Oh, man. Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to it. You got to know there's chemistry, man. All you need to do to tell your mate what you're thinking about is go like, she's like, ray gun. Yes, you got me, girl.
I'm here.
Oh, we are here. And we are on the same page as you. I think just loving our country. I love the fact that we couldn't bottle Heritage Day into one day.
Absolutely not.
It's just spilled over. It's Heritage Week now. We need this amount of time to love each other, to learn about each other, to know how weird we all are.
We are
and
a
how
little weird.
cool it is. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Gray. Listen, there's so much coming up on the show today. It's a clean Vrydag. It definitely feels like the weekend is absolutely here. And I'm here for it. I feel weekend ready too. I wore jeans today, so
yeah, no, you look
here for the weekend.
look weekend ready, and there's like a fire bubbling under there. You look ready for competition. You look ready to win your share of 1 million rand. Unfortunately, you can't because you're not entered into Tropic Island of Treasure. Can you believe the moment has arrived? We met the celebrities, which are insane and so competitive. When we talk about that being a factor this year, it's going to be awesome. They're just really cool people as well.
Really
I have a feeling this is going to be the most entertaining, definitely the most funny. And that seems to be the reaction after the launch. People are like, this is the funniest group of people we have encountered.
I also heard there's so much drama that's going to happen in this season. So not to say that I'm here for the drama, but I'm kind of here for the drama.
We can have a secondary entertainment news just about what's going down
in Tropic.
I love that. And of course, we are not alone. We've got Zanele connecting with us in Johannesburg. And we're going to have a whole lot of fun. She's going to have a busy morning as well. But again, it's a morning filled with pride and potential. And hopefully it's going to get you feeling that for the rest of your day.
But right now, though, Zanele, girl, I'm telling you, you're looking gorgeous. How are you this Thursday morning?
Good morning, you beautiful humans. You guys look amazing. And our friends, I'm awesome. Why? Because we're literally 2 nights away until we get to Tropic Island of Treasure. Everything you guys just said, you just got me so excited. I can't believe that everybody has just hit the nail on the head. The drama, the hilariousness, and everything else in between, it's exactly what it's going to be. And guys, I'm so excited for you to see it.
Zanele, I've got to ask, because people are saying this is going to be the funniest ever season of Tropic Island of Treasure. And the major change, obviously, this year is you, that you are the host. So are you bringing the funny? What are you most looking forward to about this season? Because you obviously have the best seat in the house.
Listen, Graham, I wish I could tell you that I was the Trevor Noah of the season, but I am not, my friend. That is the thing, and that is what I love most about it. I keep on telling everyone, and I'm just like, I don't know how, like, the Tropica family did it, but the way they brought together all of these personalities and just chose the right people, from our smooth fans to the celebrities, I feel like it was just like, it was meant to be. And they are the ones who genuinely bring all of the funny, but at the very same time, the thing I'm looking forward to most, just to answer your question, is how everybody is going to see a completely different side of their favorite celebrities. And that is all I will say. I signed things. I can't say too much.
We'll have to watch it all unfold this Saturday. I literally am counting down the moments and the days. And also, I think you see the best and worst parts of our people when competition is brought into the mix.
When the chips are down. We absolutely love it. And we are so proud of you, Zanele. So I would imagine, yes, a lot of the chatter online is going to be about Tropica, which is great. So if you want to chat about that, awesome. But of course, I think we've seen our own country, our own culture, our own people in a different light. But one thing is for sure, a South African, you can spot us a mile away. So Zanele, I want to find out from you, what are we chatting about online this morning?
Guys, I love you so much, and thank you for what you just said, Graham. I appreciate it so much. But this is the thing. It is indeed true that you can spot a South African from a mile away. That's why whenever you go to other countries, you're like, there is my person, no matter what. And that's why I want to hear from you for the Good Morning Post. My friend, #Expresso Show is where you find us. And also send in a voice note, if you will, 063-408-8863. All in the name of us continuing to celebrate, even in the final days of Heritage Month. We want to know, how can you tell us that you're South African without telling us that you're South African? So for me, I can tell you this much. When they say it's time to sing the national anthem, I say, which one? Is it Sister Bettina or is it Nkosi Sikelel? Because we've got two, and I think everybody understands that. And you need to let us know, how do you tell us you're South African without saying you're South African? 082-550, oh, forgive me, 063-408-8863. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're about to be feeling a whole lot of goodness right here on S3. But first, let's get to those news headlines with the beautiful Carissa.
5 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's get into some South African news first. And we get started with Deputy President Paul Mashatile yesterday assuring the nearly 2,000 delegates at the 10th South African Democratic Teachers Union Congress in Boksburg that the Government of National Unity remains committed to protecting labour rights. Now, the union vowed to fight education budget cuts, citing their impact on union growth and working conditions. Speaking in Pretoria, Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube pledged to stabilize the education system despite budgetary constraints. She noted an increase of 292,820 learners over the last 5 years without a corresponding rise in teaching posts. Now we stick to South African news, where police shot dead 3 suspected business extortionists and wounded 4 others in Bothaville, Cape Town yesterday afternoon. Police spokesperson Andre Trout reported that they acted on information about 7 men extorting money from shop owners in Dodoon. Upon arrival, the suspects fled and opened fire, prompting police to return fire, fatally striking 3 men. Authorities confiscated an assault rifle, a 9mm pistol, an undisclosed amount of cash, and the minibus taxi used by the suspects. The 4 wounded suspects are now under police guard in the hospital. Looking further afield at some international news making headlines, U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, yesterday announced the U.S. will provide an additional 7.28 billion rand in humanitarian aid to Sudan. Now, this brings the total U.S. funding since the war began to 34.32 billion rand. Since the war began in mid-April last year between the Sudanese army and the Parliamentary Rapid Support Forces, over 25 million Sudanese now face acute hunger. Approximately 11 million have fled their homes, marking the worst humanitarian crisis globally. Thomas Greenfield urged warring parties to accept humanitarian pauses, eliminate barriers to aid access, and negotiate peace. China successfully launched an intercontinental ballistic missile with a dummy warhead into the Pacific Ocean early yesterday morning. Beijing's defense ministry described the test as, quote, routine and part of its, quote, annual training. This marks the first time since 1980 that China has launched an intercontinental ballistic missile into international waters. While the missile type and flight path remain unclear, Chinese state media reported that Beijing had informed the countries concerned in advance. However, Japan said it received no notice of the test launch. Now, for your first bit of news, we close up with this story where a quirky supermarket craze has swept Spain, where single shoppers use pineapples to find love. But chaos has followed in its wake. Inspired by a TikTok video from comedian Vivi Lynn, hopeful romantics flock to Macedona stores between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m., placing upside-down pineapples in their trolleys. The idea, well, is to stroll to the wine section and hope for a spark. However, this fruit-fueled frenzy has sparked hilarious scenes, including teenagers racing trolleys and even a man in a giant pineapple costume for his bachelor party. In Bilbao, things got so rowdy that police were called, but no harm, just laughs all round. Macedonia employees, however, might not be loving the cleanup after all the pineapple pandemonium. That's where we close up your 6 o'clock news. Let's head into some sports where hopefully not too much pandemonium with Graham.
Oh, thank you so much, Carissa. Somebody had his pineapple the right way up yesterday. Harry Brooks made an ODI century at just the right time, kept England's series hopes alive with a 46-run win over Australia in Chester Lee Street in England. Now, 2-1 down in the series. They chased 305 and overcame a shaky start at 11 for 2 at one point. But Brooks' unbeaten 110 and then Will Jackson's 84 led a strong recovery before rain came into hold play at 254 for 4. So England's lead under the Duckworth-Lewis system or Stern method rather, ended Australia's 14-match winning streak in ODIs. Now the 4th ODI gets underway tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. with a bit more drama in it now. Now let's turn to the biggest drama in football this week. Real Madrid striker Kylian Mbappe has sustained a thigh injury ahead of Sunday's La Liga derby against Atletico Madrid. So Mbappe, who was substituted during Tuesday's 3-2 win over Alaves, is expected to miss 3 weeks now as a result, so not too bad, but they would have needed needed him this weekend. The French forward has scored 5 goals in 7 league matches this season, loving his time there. Real Madrid, a point behind Barcelona at this stage, will visit the Metropolitano, aiming to extend their 39-game unbeaten La Liga streak. Man for the moment, but not this one. Now, of course, with the gauntlet thrown down yesterday by Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs have responded, securing a dominant 3-1 win over AmaZulu, while Stellenbosch FC triumphed 3-0 against Cape Town City in their midweek PSL fixtures. So Chiefs' early goals from Aranga Chivaviro and Gaston Serino, and then Ignacio Miguel sealing their victory, despite Usutu's second-half strike and a bit of a resurgence. And meanwhile, Stellenbosch's derby win featured an opener from Andre de Jong and a stunning long-range goal from Fawaz Basadin, an absolute cracker. Now let's turn to MotoGP, and the Portuguese Grand Prix will remain on the MotoGP calendar for the next 2 seasons, continuing at the Algarve International Circuit in Portimao. So despite concerns over the future following the passing of the circuit's CEO, sadly, Paulo Pinheiro, the event will stay on the schedule at this stage. The 2025 season is slated to kick off in March with the Thailand Grand Prix, and it's going to be another hotly contested season. We're loving all our motorsport this year, and I'm sure it'll follow suit, but that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first dose of morning weather.
Let's take a look at what's happening on the outside, particularly what's coming from the South African Weather Service. Large areas around Howick in the KZN Midlands remain without electricity 6 days after heavy snow and rain caused by widespread disruptions. With more bad weather expected along the Drakensberg tomorrow, the Border Management Agency has closed the popular Sunny Pass until further notice. Travellers are cautioned that melting snow could lead to flooding in the lower Tugela River. Meanwhile, the South African Weather Service has issued warnings of extreme high fire danger across much of Northwest, Free State and the Northern Cape, as well as the Limpopo Valley, Western Bushveld and Lowveld of Limpopo. We're going to keep you up to date with what else they have to say. However, we want to be up to date with what your side of life is looking like, and this is why we want to see your sunrise view. Please, my love, just have a look outside your window and let us know, 063-408-8863. What does it look like in a picture? Send it through, and we want to show the rest of the nation, all in the name of your sunrise view. Let's have a look right now, though, in terms of what's happening today with your temperatures.
It's going to be a beautiful day wherever you are, but I hope you find yourself right here, sitting where you are in your lounge bedroom. I don't care. Just stick around for the next 3 hours. In terms of the next few minutes, we're going to have some fun. Cannot wait to connect with Mabontle, who was obviously very proudly representing herself on Taste Master Junior, an absolute firecracker. Cannot wait to connect with her and find out more about her culinary hopes and dreams, because clearly she's got the chops. And then, of course, we need to have a little bit of competitive fun, and there is no better way to do it and to divide a family than by playing 5 seconds. So if you want to have a little bit of fun with us and play along in our 5-second game, stick around. We'll see you after the break, but you can recharge. You're allowed to do that. Just do that quickly.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now this morning we are shedding light on a very special young lady, and she goes by the name of Mabontle Ndove. She's 17 years old and she's a baker on a journey with the Taste Master Junior, and of course captivated so many viewers. Now despite her departure from the competition, her passion and also her creativity shines through. Join us as we get to know her and talk about her journey on the competition. My girl Mabontle, welcome.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
Hi, I was hoping that energy would come out, and we love it. It's such a humbling experience for us, girl, when we are talking to bakers who are 17, 15, when you perform with such class and such maturity in that space. I love that, which says to me, you must have been baking for a while. Where did the baking bug first bite? What inspired you to start baking?
Well, what inspired me to start baking was actually, watching my mom and my sister baking, and it was such an interesting thing, because I was asking myself, how do they actually bake such tasty and delicious stuff? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing this. And at that moment, I fell in love with baking, and it was like, you know what? I'm carrying on with this thing.
Oh, energy.
man,
I'm
I
here to
love
watch you.
it.
Please just make content every day for us to watch, man. We love you, girl.
Oh, Mabontle, for real, we want to see you on our screen so much more. But of course, you entered the Taste Master Junior competition to get your debut kick-started in the TV world. What inspired you and motivated you to do that?
Well, actually, the first thing that inspired me to get into the Taste Master Junior was that I saw it on Instagram and I was like, okay, it's on TV and I love the spotlight. Definitely, I'm going to do this. So I think it's the thing of, testing myself, really. And I was like, you know what, spotlight plus baking? No, I'm doing this.
And you did it. You took the leap of faith, which is great as an idea. Then when you get the call up and you've actually got to go and deliver, suddenly reality sinks in. How did you feel when you found out you were actually on the show? Because thousands entered the Taste Master Junior. You were picked. What was that like?
Honestly, it felt very, very scary at first. I was like, wow, I'm the one that actually made it. I was like, okay, so, will I be able to do this actually? Because I'm literally on the Taste Master Junior on TV. And I was like, you know what, this is such a big experience. So, it really brought fear to me, I won't lie, but also excitement at the same time that, you know what, I really made it through and, I should bring in my all. So I'll say it brought excitement, mixed emotions, definitely. And yeah, I'll say this all it brought really.
Oh, man, what a great perspective you have.
Yeah.
And I love it. I have to keep reminding myself, you're just 17 years old. It is absolutely crazy. Nana Bontle, get into the judges. Let's talk about them for a moment, because I can imagine that when you're faced with them in front of you, the nerves are going, you're shaking a little bit. How did you feel meeting them and actually showing your work to them?
I've been watching the Taste Master, and now that I'm on the Taste Master Junior, seeing the judges, it's such an amazing experience. Watching Zola Nene is like, wow. It's so hard to impress her. So it also brought the feeling of I need to impress her a lot. And also watching Fritz is such a beautiful thing, because, you also need to impress him. You can't really impress him with his facial experience. You never know what he thinks. So seeing the judges is one of the things that really brought me joy, but also the thing of I need to impress them because they're big in the culinary thing.
Terrifying prospect, because we cook alongside so many of these amazing chefs, so we get it. They are the real deal. And you really did step up and showed the country that you are the real deal. What are you most proud of? What was your favorite dish that you created during the competition?
Oh my goodness, definitely the pudding. It's something that I never had tasted back in the time, because it was something that we never eat at home. We don't really like pudding that much. I've never even tasted it. So it was one of the things of, will I be able to make it? And at the time when I actually pulled through and made the best bake, it was such a beautiful moment, because imagine making something that you've never made and being good at it. It's obviously very nice. So definitely pudding was my favorite.
Even the way you say pudding is just so sweet, man. You are awesome.
Oh, we love you on this side, Navonte. From this Expresso family to your journey on Tastemaster Junior, we are so incredibly proud of you. And we want to know that you're still going to be back in the culinary world. Please tell me that you have plans going forward to still continue cooking.
Definitely. I mean, I am currently busy with a YouTube channel, hoping that I'll get it out there to be maybe on Food Network or something and have my own show to share recipes. So yeah, I'm definitely working on my YouTube channel and also some recipe books because I believe I bake so well that I want to share it with everyone. So those are the things that I'm busy with.
You're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. I absolutely love everything about you and your vibe. Your energy is just beautiful. Crazy thing, you would fit in really well in this studio space. So maybe just start manifesting that while you're adding to your incredible list. But thank you so much, Mabontle. We are so proud of you. Your family must be so over the moon. Your mom and your sister must be just so proud of you. So continue to have this kind of impact in the world around you.
Thank you for having me. And I mean, it's Expresso, of course.
Oh, I love that. She can definitely stay great. Now, don't forget to tune into Tastemaster Junior. It happens every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on SABC2.
Win with the Tastemaster Junior and Clover. Watch this week's show and bake a savory pie from scratch using your favorite Clover products. Upload it to socials by replying to the competition post using hashtag the Tastemaster Junior and hashtag Clover Made with Love. You could win a KitchenAid Classic Stand Mixer plus a Clover hamper. Don't miss the Tastemaster Junior, Tuesday evenings at 7, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. Only on SABC2. Clover, made with love.
Absolutely made with love. So let's continue to spread the love right now. It's game time on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We love these sorts of games because they are hilarious. And today we are diving into the 5-second game with relish, where we get nostalgic about SA's heritage and our own, I suppose, path in life. And remember, you will have 5 seconds in which to answer 3 questions. And I emphasize the 5 seconds. And who am I talking to? Carissa and Zanele, because I haven't driven enough of a wedge between the two of you yet on air. We are going to have a little bit of fun. It's really simple. Zan, are you there? Are you ready? Do you understand the concept? Only 5 seconds, girl.
I am so ready. I'll give it to you in 4 seconds. Thank you, Graham.
Wow.
That's who I am.
I hear you 4. I raise you 3. I'll do it in 3
We're
seconds.
playing a different game. We're playing the 3-second game. It's going to start right now. That gives me high hopes. Okay, so ladies, I'm going to start with you, Carissa, because you are closest to me, and I can actually see you right in front of me. So I would like you, Carissa, please, to name 3 ways to say hi in South Africa.
Okay. Awe, Dumelang, Sawubona.
Boom, 3 seconds. She hit it.
Thanks.
Hey?
I told you, 3-second game. Zanele,
The
come on.
gauntlet has been thrown down, my friend. All right, Zanele, this one is for you. I want you to name 3 South African ways of saying, I'm tired.
Ek is moeg. Die is kilapile.
I'll give
Why
it to
can't
you.
I remember my
I'll
own
give it to you.
language?
It was
I'm
a bit
tired.
of a. You were struggling to get the engine going there. It was a bit of a. But you got it. I'll give it to you. Okay, so you both
hate
have a
me,
point in
Graham.
the bag. Great way to start. There was a bit of a rangefinder.
I
All right,
love those.
Carissa, here comes your second question. I'd like you to please name 3 childhood games you played during breaks at school.
Oh my God. Okay, Ingle Angle. Ingle Angle. Did I tell you about Ingle Angle?
Not the time. Not the time.
Sana.
Ingle Angle.
Okay, now I'm going to give you the time to tell me what Ingle Angle is, because you've created a bit of a...
It was the best game. You take stockings, you put it around like this, and then you jump. Ingle Angle, silver bangle, inside outside,
like skip
inside
rope
out.
kind of vibes. Okay.
Skip rope.
No,
That's different.
it's
She's
not.
making
okay.
things up, Graham.
So, Nelia, have you ever played Ingle
Sunday.
Angle?
I've never played Ingle Angle. Ingle Angle, I hear it today. Ndiva namhlanje. My son.
You
All
guys
right.
lost out on your childhood.
Okay,
is
so
all I'm saying.
you lost out on a point there is what I'm going to say to you, but Ingle Angle sounds wonderful. Zanele, you have your opportunity now to get in the lead. I want you to name 3 local TV shows you loved watching as a kid on SABC.
Of course, Sevadelan, Isidingo, and Generations.
Wow.
I'll give you an extra one if you want.
And I was going to say, no
Golden
one
the
watched those as a
Beautiful.
kid, but that's all we watched as a kid because that's what our mothers watched. So
Yes.
you'd get home and you'd be like, Mom, the soaps. She's like, no. I'm like, Dragon Ball Z,
It was the Seven Delan theme song for me. I knew what time it was.
Oh, I love it. All right,
Exactly.
Zanele pulls her nose out in front. This one's for you, Carissa. Clover is celebrating 125 years of remarkable sips and pours with their limited edition vanilla-flavored milk, okay? Which is why, Zanele, I'm going to have a sip on your behalf right now.
Delicious.
Please.
Just so I can add an extra M.
Please.
All right, so hopefully that's
Thank you,
inspired
thank
you.
you.
I want you to name 3 vanilla treats or desserts you can enjoy with milk.
Okay, yesterday Sassy bakes tray bake vanilla cake. That was amazing. Sago pudding, you could add vanilla in that. And then also vanilla pudding cake.
Pudding king cake. It's
Pudding
the
king cake. You know
Yeah.
that one.
Pudding king
I've had it.
cake.
It's so good.
Zanele's had that
After a
before.
tough game of Ingle Angle, there is nothing better than a vanilla king cake, okay? With the sprinkles on.
Sana.
And she might have hit a speed wobble, with her 3-second start. So, Nana, this is your chance to dominate.
Reaching too high there.
want you to please name 3 occasions you and your family could enjoy having milk.
Night before Christmas with the cookies, at Easter time with the chocolates, the deliciousness, and on a morning when we are, making our cereal and stuff, when we want to add a little bit of vanilla.
That's good.
You could have left it on a morning. Any random morning, it would be great. All right. 3 points,
Yes.
please. 1
Wait a
point. Okay, but you can
What?
fight, you can claw back.
Okay.
You can claw your way back.
Okay.
All right,
Let me
get in the zone. She's in the zone now. Name 3 activities you loved doing with friends in your neighborhood other than Ingle Angle.
I'm
Go.
the worst person to ask. I was such a sheltered kid. I used to watch the boys play soccer, play...
Let's play Ingle Angle, not really.
No, it was me and my imaginary friends.
Carissa.
I'm feeling really guilty about Carissa's childhood now. I feel like I should have played this game. All right, this is your chance to really
Please be my
drive it
friend.
home now, Zanele. Please name 3 things you loved doing during school holidays. Ooh.
Ooh, we loved playing talkie. We loved going to the arcade, and we also loved going to the movies.
Oh, there we go. I like the way she's using
And
these super
baking.
long sentences so she can think out loud. You've got it down. I love that. She's got the point in the bag.
Thank you.
All right. This is a
Can I
chance just for
redeem
pride.
myself?
This is for pride, girl. Name 3 ways South Africans refer to friends.
Oh, okay. Chomi, Ntase, Brew.
Brew, but
Brew, Butts,
Nice.
Toast.
Hundreds.
Come on. Thank
Sweet,
you.
but-
Well
Redeem
done,
myself.
Very
Carissa.
good. Zanele, this is your last one, just to crown your glory this morning. Name 3 ways South Africans say thank you.
Diabulela, Danki, thank you. And thank you, Carissa, for playing against me. I'm using my 5 seconds to say, can you taste that delicious victory? You
Do you know
can't,
what?
I can. Thank you.
What we're going to do right now is, and Corsi got cooler for that, what we're going to do is we're
I'm
going to
in pain.
expunge all of your childhood trauma and we're going to call it a draw. We're going to say 3 points all. Okay, Zanele, and you're the game show host with the spice. I'm not, okay? I like a little bit of parity. Well done. Thank you for taking us down memory lane, Zanele. I absolutely love it. Well, hopefully you're getting some solace
guys.
in your milk because it is delicious and you can grab your limited edition milk today and you can tell how many M's there are when you have your first sip, I promise you. And you can get it to your nearest major retailer and then indulge in the creamy vanilla nostalgia that brings a with every sip and maybe a tear of nostalgia as well. All right, so we are going to take the shortest of breaks. There are certain figures that we have lost within this entertainment industry, Rick Ross being one of them, a couple of amazing figures that deserve to be remembered in style. And we're going to connect with an artist that is doing miraculous work in that space. And then, of course, if you need to win some money, which I think we all do at this time of the year, stick around. Here is your chance.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning, my friends. I know all of us have, those that have been lucky enough to travel, you'll be walking through an airport and you'll see someone in a particular kind of jacket with a particular kind of shoes on and know they're a Safa. I want you guys this morning to tell us you're South African without telling us you're South African. And I love the fact that there are so many things that make us as South African as we are. So you can drop some voice notes, 0634088863, or you can hit us up on the socials. I would love to hear from you. I'm going to say I won't mention the brand name for free advertising, but there is a particular kind of green puffer jacket that is worn during winter and a particular leather shoe, otherwise known as a Plascon, that for me absolutely nails it. But let us know, in your hood, how do you know? How do you recognize that it's your tribe? We'd love to hear from you this morning. And as I said, you can drop us a voice note or you can hit us up on all of the socials. But right now, we want to connect with Sandela in Joburg and see how the team is doing that side.
In South Africa, we know just how much power supply can be absolutely unpredictable. So understanding, alternative energy routes and ways in which we can actually be a part of this beautiful movement, I think it is always so great to do so, which is why this morning we are joined by none other than Francois Botha, who is the CEO of Power Africa. And my friend, I hope you're ready to learn, because we're going to be getting into understanding alternative energy and so much more. So everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome, please. Francois, how are you?
Good, thank you, and you?
Amazing, thank you. Francois, you and your team are doing incredible work. Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
But I want to know, in terms of anybody who is out there and being like, who is Power Africa? What do they do? What can you tell us?
Thank you once again to be here. It's what an opportunity, and I'm so excited to talk about alternative energy with you today. I mean, especially Power Africa and what Power Africa has done for South Africans, the positive impact Power Africa has already done for so many South Africans and will continue to do through the supply and installation of alternative energy products. So it's so exciting to be here. And you know what, Power Africa is so fortunate to already help thousands of South Africans, not just to lift or elevate their lives through alternative energy, but actually, and the most important thing for me, is to save thousands of rands on their monthly electricity account. So by doing that, Power Africa has effectively helped our South Africans with a solution that kicks, our current Eskom situation a little bit, where. So, so brilliant to be here. Thanks again.
Of course. And Francois, thank you so much for the great work, like I said, that you're doing. And of course, you even spoke about it. You touched on the fact that electricity is getting more and more just expensive. The price is unstable every now and again. This is where you guys come in. And this is why I have to ask, what does Power Africa actually offer to people in terms of helping them when it comes to that?
So perfect statement. If we look at the national crisis that we're in as an electricity situation, it's a huge crisis, and the roots run very, very deep. Even if we don't see it immediately every day around us, the roots of this crisis runs deep. And even if for some reason an institute, like let's say the government, implements this perfect plan, executes the perfect plan for beautiful solution, it will still take years, maybe decades before we feel that solution. I'm talking about Eskom in trillions of debt. So that's not an overnight solution. And that's where Power Africa wants to come in, to be the light of at the end of this tunnel, to say, listen, there is an opportunity. Let's help each other to save on your electricity bill. Let's move forward with alternative energy. And we focus mainly on two big sorts of alternative energy. And that's our solar products and services. But most importantly, and my favorite, is wind energy. We now provide wind turbines, wind energy for households and businesses. So we can actually harness the wind at our house to run our household and save on electricity.
And how can we take advantage of that? You know what I mean? Like, how can we be a part of this? Because that's incredible.
Yeah, that's the big question.
Yes.
So Power Africa does free site inspections all over South Africa. We have branches across South Africa, and we really want to see everyone out there to educate about alternative energy, not just solar and batteries, which we know already, but combining these forms of alternative energy in one big solution that's more dependable, more reliable, more sustainable, more affordable. So we'll will have a big promotion just now, and that's where our clients get to contact us for free site inspection and quotation and be able to save on their electricity
I love
account
that.
from now on forward.
Beautiful. And Francois, you know what? You guys are the light of our lives because of what you're doing. But now you're the light of our lives
you.
because you're here for a promotion
Yes.
that allows us to live our best lives when it
Yes,
comes to
yes,
alternative energy. Speak to us about it.
So first time being here, I'm so excited. I loved it. It was an awesome conversation. And that's why I want to give up to 40% discount on all our listeners today. So we always do that on a big show like this one. So we want to give up to 40% discount on our first purchases on Power Africa. That's wind, that's solar. So all they have to do is SMS the word solar. SMS the word solar to 43366. That's the
Yes.
word solar to 43366 for a huge promotion.
That's incredible. 40%. I'm sold. You guys need to come to my house today, Francois.
Excellent.
So wait, what do I need to know, though, when we talk about installation as well as maintenance?
That's an awesome question. So that's why the site inspection is so important for us. We need to have that personal connection. We want to come out to the property. We want to know what your needs, because needs differ. My house, your house, it's a different situation. So we want to talk about your needs, see the household's needs, then decide, are we going to use wind? Are we going to combine it with solar?
Yeah.
What do we want to do? Do we want to save on electricity? Do we want to go completely off-grid? And we walk that path with our clients. So SMS, the word solar, to 43366.
It's 43366. You got that, Expresso family? 43366. Send solar immediately, my friend. And just like that, you could get a beautiful quotation from Power Africa. Francois and the friends, they are waiting for you to do so that they come to your house and make your life a little bit easier when it comes to alternative energy. And just like we said, my love, we honestly have these issues of power. And this is why we're always looking for that alternative side. But Power Africa is making it easy for you, saying they'll come to you and do all the things that need to be done. And of course, if you are looking for more information, it is power-africa.co.za. And one thing I also know is that we love it when we find people who are the light of our lives, which Power Africa are. So do the right thing.
Oh, thank you so much, Zanele. We love our technology, which is why I'm getting really excited to find out about nano bubble hydroponics.
Ooh,
Okay,
never
and I've
heard
probably
that
even
before.
said it wrong already, but it's been introduced into an incredible school, De Grendel, and we cannot wait to find out more. And we're going to speak to the learners, we're going to speak to the science behind it, and hopefully find out more. And then, of course, we remember one of the greatest in South Africa.
Yeah.
Before the entire internet thinks that Rick Ross is no longer with us, of course, we tragically lost Ricky Rick.
Yeah, of course.
And he's an unbelievable friend of the show. And I think we want to see him represented in pop culture in any way
Everywhere.
that we can. And he's been immortalized.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm a big fan of both Rick Ross, but of course, Ricky Rick
You're fine,
too.
buddy. You're fine.
And D. Bongs Mhlasi has really done something so incredible to do
Beautiful.
exactly that. Look at that work. We definitely want to delve into the thinking behind it and what it took to get there. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. We'll see you on the other side of this on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, it is Expresso Show, your feel-good kickstart to a day, and hopefully a very motivational one this morning. We're going to dive into some beautiful technology being used in just the right way. Fine Bubble Technologies, in partnership with the Technology Innovation Agency and the Department of Education, a perfect union, have installed a nanobubble aquaponics system at the Grendel School of Skills. Now, this system not only provides a sustainable food source, but also offers the students the chance to gain hands-on experience in agriculture and environmental management in the way that it is moving. I think we're all going to have to move in this direction. And we are joined by some very proud members on this couch. Paul Buerta, CEO of Fine Bubble Technologies, alongside Stacey Brand, a teacher at the Grendel School of Skills, and Alonzo Tienerson, who is a learner, to chat a little bit more about the project and its impact and the future of it. So thank you so much for being here. We really do want to find out more. It's great talking about these technologies, but we need to find out what's at the heart of this. So maybe, Paul, you can start. What birthed this collaboration? Obviously, you work in the space every day, but why take this step and partner with the school?
We considered three main factors when we started this program. Firstly, we wanted to support the school's food program.
Brilliant.
What we didn't know was that 200 of the 450 students at the school relies on the school's kitchen on a daily basis. And the vegetables, the greens and the herbs that we grow now in the aquaponics system now goes towards enhancing their nutrition intake on a daily basis, homegrown right there. Secondly, it provides a beautiful platform to educate the children on agriculture, sustainable agriculture. It teaches them about science, about technology. And finally, moving beyond just growing food, it also teaches the kids skills in terms of packaging, advertising, marketing.
Entrepreneurial, yeah, there's something there.
And then this holistic approach then not only caters for the need to feed them, but also caters for their future careers.
I love it. Stacey, is it Brandt or
Brandt,
Brandt.
yes.
Stacey, thank you so much for being here and representing your beautiful school.
Thanks.
What does this mean for the school? I'm thinking box tick, box tick, box tick. This is the stuff you're trying to teach your amazing learners every day. To live that reality like that must be amazing.
Exactly. It's incredible, especially with being a school of skills where our main aim is to get the learners ready to go into the big world.
To actually
then
work,
this is just
yeah.
another extra thing that they can add to that experience.
What have
So
you
it's
learned
really-
through the process? Because I'm sure it's got you looking at your school, your learners, your partners in a different light.
Absolutely. I mean, where have we ever, I didn't even know what is aquaponics, what's aquaculture, all of these things. And the educator is actually in charge, Toby Sadi. He went through a list of the things and he told me so many different things about the project at the school that I would never, and him having that first-hand experience was able to just give me so much knowledge that it's really incredible.
And it's a blueprint for where the world is going. I was saying before we went on air that I saw this popping up in COVID, where schools were just having to take care of their learners, having to take care of their teachers, of the parents, and I love it. I love the sense of community. Hands-on. Alonzo, you are there. You are getting to play in this space. What's it been like learning about this kind of technology and seeing all this play out in your school, dude?
To see aquaponics, it's really something new that is happening by the school, because by our school it's very difficult. It's very, how do a person say, it's very different compared to normal other schools. So,
Yeah.
and to see this process happening by our school, it's very exciting though in a way. It helps us a lot with the food, and not just only food, it helps us a lot with other things that I'm also still learning about with
For
the
sure.
aquaponics. And the process of the food, the making and everything, it's really nice.
And this is the thing, we don't know what we don't know. And I think it's so frustrating when you're a learner or when you're working in a pivotal technology space where you can see the potential of something. For you, do you see something within this that excites you about your future? Could you see yourself maybe farming, maybe an inner city farm one day, maybe an entrepreneur? What have you learnt from engaging with the hydroponics system at the school?
I've learned a few I don't really know much, but I've learned what I've taken note of. The aquaponics system is it's outstanding, really. The plants, the food, the way the sustainables, the way everything works, it's just really
It's brilliant, man.
brilliant.
And that's the
I have
blueprint.
no words, really. It's,
No, I love it, dude, and it's going to become the blueprint for other schools to follow. What's next for you guys? Now that you've had such a beautiful engagement and you've got this kind of traction, where would you like to take this? Every school?
Of course, of course. It will really be a dream come true to get this into every school in South Africa. I think with our partner Technology Innovation Agency and the Department of Science and Innovation, the goal is really food security in South Africa. We saw what happened with COVID. We saw how quickly our shelves went empty. And this is a very simple solution that everybody can do at your house.
I love it. Stacey, I'm going to ask you, because the culture within a school has become so much more important now. That's the lived experience. That's how you bridge the gap between the education and the social skills that are needed to actually be successful. What difference have you seen within the school now that there's this much interest, this kind of cutting-edge technology, this magical story playing out in your four walls? What difference have you seen?
Just the fact that the learners are now seeing how things actually happen. It's not just, oh, we can go to Food Lovers Market and buy a tomato. They now know exactly what it is, what goes into the production of that tomato, what happens when the plant gets too big, things like that. So it's really, and I was there from day one, obviously, when the tanks for the fish arrived, and our learners were so excited because we were getting a swimming pool. And now suddenly they see what that swimming pool has become.
Actually does.
So it's incredible to see their knowledge and the excitement around the entire project as well.
I love it. Because I have the joy of being able to interview you again in about 5 years when you're the scientist or the farmer or the successful entrepreneur or the headmaster or running your own technology business. Absolutely love this. This is magical. Thank you so much. And hopefully a blueprint that others are going to adopt. Get one in every school. I think that's the bottom line. The project is a great example of how practical education can contribute to sustainability and community well-being. Unbelievable. I think that would have excited Zanele as much as me. Time to get driven by even more purpose, my friend. Zan, over to you.
100%, my Graham, you are so right about that. Because this morning, Expresso family, we are getting to sit down with an award-winning graffiti artist, someone who takes public spaces and makes them such a beautiful expression of what I think is just vibrant heritage. But more than anything else, it's also him just allowing his creativity to make our icons truly look like the absolute superstars and incredible humans that they are. He is a guy who has been taking all of the beautiful depictions of these icons of South Africa, who have done such great work, and he's put them on beautiful, amazing places in and around cities. And today we get to celebrate him. We get to hear about his beautiful journey. And everybody, I'm talking about D-Bongs Makati! Mutlakeng's finest.
Yeah, in the house.
In the house.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. How are you, my love?
I'm great, and how are you?
Amazing, thank you.
so much.
D-Bongs, I feel like you're doing something that someone else hasn't decided to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something that's so different, and it's also, like I said, you know, allowing our heritage kind of to go in a different direction, which is always so exciting. But why did you decide to do it?
Why I decided to do it, because I think I didn't see anybody who was doing it, so I didn't really have like a reference point to what's wanting to do this thing. So it was scary to begin with.
Yeah.
So I think growing up in Mohlakeng, we'd always hear about these heroes who are doing mighty things, but we never actually get to engage with them because they were out there in the world. And after they were gone, their stories were pretty much not spoken about. So I was intentional when I got into it that I really wanted to speak about our people. I wanted to depict their stories.
Yes.
I wanted to adorn them on walls and for people not to forget them. So I think I really just wanted to put our heritage on the wall as undiluted as it is and as real and genuine as it could possibly be.
And it's so real and genuine. It's so beautiful. I mean, every time I'm driving past in the CBD, I always see it and I never get tired of it, which is my favorite thing.
Thank you.
But now talk to me about this, because I feel like, you know, like you said, you're kind of telling the stories of the different communities.
Yeah.
How do you think you best do that for you particularly when you have that, you know, little strike of creativity? What's the best way that you tell the stories of the beautiful spaces that we're in?
I always say that I don't paint for myself. So when I go to a community, I find out about the culture of the community, who they are, what it is that they've been through, the icons of the place, the things that they are actually having challenges with at that particular moment. So I really, when I go to communities, I go there because I go for the kids and I go for the elders. I feel like art is in its educational format right now, and I want to educate the elders that being creative, you can actually be a professional in it, and for them to encourage their kids, and for kids to actually see the process, see it from beginning, see the anxieties that I go through when I'm painting, and actually get to engage and ask questions. So really, I do paint for the elders and for the kids, and I want, when I leave that place, that work should actually be relatable, and they can look at that work any time of the day and still feel like this is our story, and I can relate to this person who's being adorned on this wall, and not feel like they are separated and the stories are always just aligned.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Dibongs, I have a name for you, but you need to tell me if you like it, ne?
Okay.
Okay. The Kasi Picasso.
Like it.
Yeah,
I take it. I take it.
That was not
I take
convincing.
it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I take it.
The Kasi
I mean,
Picasso.
yeah, Picasso's known all around the world.
Yes.
I want my work to be all around the world, and I'm
Yes.
from Ikasi, so that's exactly what it is.
I
love
like it. Yeah. So I call you that because I feel like you are pretty much, you know, putting out this art that is going to live on for generations. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also on top of that, you found a way where, yes, you're taking the freedom of art and making it, you know, something that is accessible to people. But the brands are also like, hey, honey, we want to be part of that. So without actually getting into it too much, you know, how have you found the balance in terms of that freedom between the graffiti, but also making sure that you align with all of those brands?
I think because I try to get my stories to be as genuine as possible and as raw as possible, brands can relate to that and they gravitate towards that. And luckily, it's like internationally acclaimed brands, so they know what's happening all over the world.
Yes.
So when they come here, I appreciate the fact that they understand the value of what art is and what street art is and what graffiti is, and they don't try to devalue it. And by that, we're able to just take the industry and grow it, and also introduce local brands to it. Say, this is actually an art form that can take your brand forward, and also just grow art and grow artists, and actually get artists to be full-time artists without having to do 9-to-5s in order to sustain their art forms.
Beautiful. Oh, Dibongs, a.k.a. Kasi Picasso. I love it. Dibongs, please continue doing the amazing work.
Thank
Like
you
you
so
said, you're
much.
making a way for so many. And thank you for making our spaces look so beautiful
Thank
while
you.
telling the
I
stories.
really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Of course. What a way to celebrate Heritage Month. It is always so beautiful to be able to do so in different ways as well. And this is why we appreciate the likes of Dibongs. But we also appreciate you, Mzansi. And how do we show you? We show you by making you a winner's Tanwasam, which is why coming up, we're getting into an Expresso viewer winning 10,000 Rand. And also, we told you earlier on in the show about the exciting fact that Tropic Island of Treasure is starting this weekend. And we want to reveal to you the actual different teams for the different celebrities. Do not go anywhere. It's coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's give you your just rewards when at least one of you. It is always a good time to win, let's be honest. Plascon are giving you guys the chance to win 10,000 Rand in cash every week. 10 grand every week. That is massive. All you need to do is tell us which Plascon product you recently purchased, and then, of course, include hashtag PlasconSA in that answer to qualify. But right now, it's time to find out who our latest lucky winner is. Can I get a big drum roll? Congratulations to Larice Jasmine! I'm sorry, Greg, my soundy upstairs, but I'm just so excited. 10 grand is a lot. You've just won yourself 10,000 Rand in cash. And this is how Larice did it. She commented by saying, I chose the beautiful spring tide shade for the perfect spring makeover of my garden cottage, and my tenants are absolutely delighted with the color. I love that there's so many stories woven into that. And we've got Larice on the line to celebrate the win. Larice, a very good morning. Should I even ask how you are this morning? 10,000 Rand is yours. Well done, girl.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What a perfect way to end my birthday month.
I love it, but you deserve it because you had such a beautiful answer. What was it about the spring tide that won you over?
Oh, I just love the shade. It's so gentle and just perfect. I love neutral shades, so it was just the perfect shade to have a makeover.
Oh, I love it. Well, hopefully that 10,000 Rand is going to allow you to have your own makeover and embrace the new season. But congratulations. We are so proud of you. Thank you so much for taking that leap of faith. And I hope those that get to experience the garden cottage love that new springtide shade as well. But congratulations from the Expresso fam.
Oh, thank you so much to the Expresso team and to Plascon for hosting such an amazing competition.
Oh, we love you, girl, and you deserve every cent. And don't forget, you guys at home also stand the chance to win your own 10,000 Rand, and this is how you do it.
Be a handy hero this spring and stand the chance of winning 10,000 Rand cash from Plascon. To enter, tell us what Plascon product you purchased this spring and include hashtag PlasconSA. Enter by replying to Expresso's competition post on Facebook, X or Instagram, or WhatsApp your entry to 084 368 1603. Remember to keep your proof of purchase. Competition closes 27th of September at midday. T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
A minute after 7 o'clock on your Klein Vrydag, let's get into some national news. Today marks the 13th World Environmental Health Day, raising awareness about environmental health issues and prompting actions to protect environment for all living creatures. Now, South Africa's observance began yesterday and continues today at Wild Coast Sun International in Port Edward, Eastern Cape. The Health Department emphasizes the importance of environmental health in addressing climate change, disaster risk reduction, and building resilient communities. It warns that these risks threaten sustainable development, health conditions, and poverty reduction, potentially undoing decades of progress. Staying with your national news, Deputy President Paul Mashatile yesterday assured the nearly 2,000 delegates at the 10th South African Democratic Teacher Union Congress in Boksburg that the government of national unity remains committed to protecting labour rights. Now, the union vowed to fight education budget cuts, citing their impact on union growth and working conditions. Speaking in Pretoria, Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube pledged to stabilise the education system despite budgetary constraints. She noted an increase of 292,820 learners over the last 5 years without a corresponding rise in teaching posts. Taking a look at your international news, the Israeli military is preparing for a possible ground operation in Lebanon as Hezbollah has launched thousands of rockets into Israel, including a missile aimed at Tel Aviv. Addressing troops on the northern border, Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi stated that the latest airstrikes were intended to prepare the ground for a potential ground operation. He noted Hezbollah's expanded range of fire and warned of a strong response. He added that Israel will activate 2 reserve brigades for missions in the north, indicating plans for tougher action. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, yesterday announced the U.S. will provide an additional 7.28 billion rand in humanitarian aid to Sudan. Now, this brings the total U.S. funding since the war began to 34.32 billion rand. Now, since the war began in mid-April last year, between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, over 25 million Sudanese now face acute hunger. Approximately 11 million have fled their homes, marking the worst humanitarian crisis globally. Thomas Greenfield urged warring parties to accept humanitarian pauses, eliminate barriers to aid access, and also negotiate peace. I know you've tried many ways to find love, but how about pineapple as something to consider? Well, Spain seems to have the answer, as a quirky supermarket craze has swept Spain, where single shoppers use pineapples to find love, but chaos has followed in its wake. Inspired by a TikTok video from comedian Vivi Lynn, hopeful romantics flock to Mercedona stores between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m., placing upside-down pineapples in their trolleys. The idea, you ask? Well, it's to stroll to the wine section and hope for a spark. However, this fruit-filled frenzy has sparked hilarious scenes, including teenagers racing trolleys and even a man in a giant pineapple costume for his bachelor party. In Bilbao, things got so rowdy that police were called, but no harm, just laughs all around. Mercedona employees, however, might not be loving the cleanup after all this pineapple pandemonium. And that's where we leave your 7 o'clock news with hopefully a bit of inspiration of the love journey for you. Let's head into some sports. Here's Graham.
Yep, I better get into this very quickly before you race off to your closest fruit section in your nearest supermarket. Let's get into our cricket headlines from abroad. And Harry Brooks's maiden ODI came at the right time. His century, it kept England's series hopes alive with a 46-run win over Australia in Chester-le Street in England. Now 2-1 down in the series. They chased down 305 and overcame a shaky start at 11 for 2 at one point. But Brooks's unbeaten 110 and Will Jackson's 84 led a strong recovery before rain halted play at 2:54 for 4. So England's lead under the Duckworth-Lewis Stern method, ending Australia's 14-match winning streak in ODI is incredible. So the fourth ODI, now with a bit more spice, gets underway tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Now this is massive news in football. Real Madrid striker Kylian Mbappe, who's already made quite an impression, he sustained a thigh injury ahead of Sunday's La Liga derby against Atletico Madrid. So Mbappe, who was substituted during Tuesday's 3-2 win over Alaves, is expected to miss 3 weeks. The French forward has scored 5 goals already in his 7 league matches this season. Real Madrid, a point behind Barcelona, I know it's still early days, will visit the Metropolitano aiming to extend their 39-game unbeaten La Liga streak. Clearly, there's magic in the water there now. Now let's bring it back home, and Kaizer Chiefs responded to Sundown's early start by securing their own dominant 3-1 win over AmaZulu yesterday. While Stellenbosch FC, they triumphed 3-0 against Cape Town City, their arch rivals in their midweek PSL fixtures. So Chiefs early goals from Ranga Chivaviro, Gaston Serino and Ignacio Miguel, sealing their victory there despite Ususu's second half strike and a bit of a resurgence. And meanwhile, Stellenbosch's derby win featured an opener from Andre de Jong and then a stunning long-range goal from Fawaz Basadin. Go and check it out if you can. Now it looks like MotoGP from Portugal is safe for now. The Portuguese Grand Prix will remain on the MotoGP calendar for the next 2 seasons, it seems, continuing at the Algarve International Circuit in Portimao. So despite concerns over its future following the tragic passing of the circuit CEO, Paulo Pinheiro, the event will stay on the schedule. The 2025 season is slated to kick off in March with the Thailand Grand Prix. It's going to be another stellar season, I think, on 2 wheels to match the 4 as well. That's where we leave our sporting headlines for this hour. Let's get a catch up on the roads.
Let's catch up on the roads indeed and get you to where you're going on time, Expresso family. Starting off in Gauteng. In Pretoria, there's a stationary truck on the N1 southbound after Rigel Avenue. The left lane is blocked and delays are expected, so please exercise caution while driving, okay? Then over in the mother city, Cape Teasy, there is congestion north of the M5 at the N2 inbound ramp. Delays are expected, so please do allow for added travel time and maintain a safe following distance. We're going to keep you up to date with that, but for now, let's keep you up to date with what's happening with the weather. Large areas around Howick in the KZN Midlands remain without electricity 6 days after heavy snow and rain caused widespread disruptions. With more bad weather expected along the Drakensberg tomorrow, the Border Management Agency has closed the popular Sunny Pass until further notice. Travellers are cautioned that melting snow could lead to flooding in the lower Tugela River. Meanwhile, the South African Weather Service has issued warnings of extreme fire danger across parts of Northwest, Free State and the Northern Cape, as well as the Limpopo Valley, Western Bushveld and lower, or rather low veld of Limpopo. And please do make sure that you keep safe in terms of that coming your way. However, we always ask you to please let us know, what is your side of life looking like? We call it our sunrise view, which is courtesy of you. And this is why I got to shout out Stefan from Pennington, who has sent us the most beautiful sunrise view this morning. I love the water. I love the greenery there, but I also love the sun just peeking out. Absolutely stunning, Stefan. We appreciate you and thank you for your country duty. You, if you have not sent yours as yet, do your country duty. 063-408-8863. Show us what your side of life is looking like. Let's give you a little bit of a look, though, in terms of what's going to be happening with your temperatures today.
Are you in the game? Well, put your money where your mouth is. Tighten your disky boots and play Sports Stake Fixture List 783. Why? There is an estimated jackpot of over 2 million rand up for grabs this Thursday. That's how you appreciate your sport. Now, the fixture list, it closes at 6 this evening, so don't get left behind. Jump right on it. Play now in store, or you can go online, nationallottery.co.za. That's their website, or you can go onto their mobile app and just do it. Take your shot at winning big, a couple of milli. Yo, good luck.
We want to win big here. I'm so excited that Graham's got some good news. But listen, I've got even better news. If I can beat that, I don't know. Because we're talking about Tropic Island of Treasure. And of course, you know that Zanele is the host with the most. And we're going to get into such good things. Listen, Zan, my girl, what exactly are you looking forward towards when it comes to the flavor teams being announced?
Ooh, I am looking forward to people finally choosing their flavors, my Carissa, because you know each and every one of our celebrities gets their own flavor that they have to rep throughout the season. So there's actually a very big thing that's happening this season where Mzansi could be huge winners. I'm talking about 50,000 reasons to enter this specific competition. But I think that's what I'm looking forward to, my beautiful Carissa.
Yes, and I think you and me both. I honestly just got goosebumps when you said 50 what? 50,000. That is
50,
incredible. That's just some small change, nothing big. Well, also we want to get into why SPF is so incredibly important when it comes to summer. And if you catch yourself on an island like Sanele did, then you definitely want to stick around to find out all those deets.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're feeling the weekend right here, and I've got to say one thing to you. Karibu to the island life.
Ooh, I
yes,
like
that's how I need to greet you from now onward, especially as we head into summer. But listen, some good news is that Tropic Island of Treasure Zanzibar does launch this coming Saturday at 6:30 on S3, and we cannot wait. We've been counting down the moments.
Oh, yeah, and the
until
launch
this.
party was massive. And people are loving this group of celebs and loving the contestants pairing with them as much. And that's always a very good sign. So this season, you will have the opportunity to predict which team will win the season for a chance to win big yourself. A smooth 50,000 Rand, guys, courtesy of our friends at World Sports Betting. They know how to back the right horse, let's say. But before you can get predicting after the show on Saturday evening, you'll need to see which celebrity team is going to be teaming up with which fan, of course, because that makes all of the difference.
It does indeed. Well, I think it's about time that we find out which celebrity represents which flavor team. And there's so many delicious flavors to get through.
Look at how fit they are.
I can't deal.
My word.
Like, we fail in comparison, and Gray's got guns, let me tell you.
No, but there's levels to this game. Okay, so representing Team Pineapple, which is the fruit of choice today, it seems. We've got Chad Jones.
I love him.
He is incredible, has danced his way into the hearts of South Africans and I think globally on TikTok, hoping to carry this ultimate victory dance for the season. He looks really sweet, but I think he's quite competitive as well, eh?
I think he's got that spread. He has to be one of the top TikTok influencers in South Africa. While Team Zanzibar Sunrise is in Davi and Corey.
Oh, wow.
And it just matches us so beautifully. I mean, look at it. Pretty in pink, and we'll definitely pull out all the stops to come on top. And I like the fact that she may be deceiving. She got the gorgeous smile, the gorgeous bud, the gorgeous hair, but she's going to come with some fire.
That body came with a lot of work in the gym.
Absolutely.
Yo, I have a feeling there's going to be some muscle to back that up. I love it. So let's get into Team Orange. Actor Hongani and Globu. He is fun, undersells it. He is the most fun and entertaining human being we could have found for the show. And he's going to hopefully take home that treasure and our hearts. He's a lovely guy. But again, he is fit, he's versatile, he's sharp.
Oh, that helps.
Which helps a lot. There's a lot of mental elements to this game as well.
Yeah, and grit that you would absolutely need. Now, one of my favorite flavors, Team Mango Peach, with one of my favorite people in the industry, Roxy Burger. That complements each other so well. She says she doesn't even need to prepare. She's a mother, and a mother, you know, you hardcore, and she definitely knows what it takes to become the greatest. Is she going to win? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there that maybe you want to get that 50K.
She was hardcore before being a mother. So I think now that's like a superpower that she has. And again, I know her so well. To be so successful, so young as she was within the industry, competitive. Tick
My
the
money's
box.
on Roxy.
I love it. And I love you, Rox, man. Go and get it, girl. Then Team Peach. Oh, hashtag beat Bobby. Bobby Fun Jaarsveld. He's a machine, okay? He boxes. He's crazy in the gym. He's a lovely guy. And he's also unbelievably competitive. He'll keep the Tropic Island of Treasure title in the Van Jaarsveld family. And now I'm beginning to understand why they're so competitive. Carlene, obviously being his sister, who is a winner, there is a lot of kind of interfamilial competition going on there. This is a strong field.
But also that bar's been set very high, so let's see how it plays out. And then we've got another Team Tropical, and it is the gorgeous Obile Kwezi, ready to find her ultimate partner to help us secure the prize this season. And I love that. The girlies really came through, I think. You can see the guns, you can see the body has been working out, and definitely going to bring that little bit of extra flair when it comes to the competition.
When she comes in, that's all I'm going to be doing to ask her when she's here. Post is just please show us the guns. That is incredible. Then representing Team Mixed Berries, TikTok sensation Carl Kuchelman. He is a young man, but he's got big dreams, and he is again absolutely set on taking this title. When we had him in studio, when we made the announcement, he is taking this very, very seriously.
As he should.
Well, it's $500,000,
I mean, come on. It's not small change. Well, listen, get ready to back your favorite flavor team. This Saturday, you have a date with your TV, 6:30 on S3 is when it all goes down. But if you miss it, that's all right. It does repeat on Monday at 9 p.m. on SABC1.
Now, you guys at home, as we said, can win big when you buy with Tropica. So buy your Tropica promo pack, follow the details to enter, and you stand a chance of winning your share of literally thousands of smooth prizes like Samsung Freestyle Smart Projectors. Stop there. Nivea Sun and Deep Heat Hampers World Sports Betting Vouchers. Yes, please. And then, of course, the grand prize, a 5-door Suzuki Jimny for the thrill of a lifetime.
Wow.
So the more Tropicas you buy, the more chances you stand of winning.
Can I win too? I've had my eye on that car for so long. Well, here is a peek of what to expect in episode 1 on Saturday, like I said, at 6:30. Write it down, put it in your calendar.
My heart.
This Saturday evening on Tropic Island of Treasure.
This is going to be the biggest season yet.
Welcome to Zanzibar. Can't wait to get into the first challenge. I'm coming in hard. Let's get it. I've got this.
It's a scramble. Where is my partner? I panicked.
I start shouting for help.
I'm frustrated. This sucks.
This is no joke. It was just so scary.
Catch Tropic Island of Treasure Saturday evenings at 6:30 on S3. Repeat Mondays at 9 p.m. on SABC1. Oh my goodness, honey, I can tell you, you need to be extra excited, okay? It is going to be everything and more. 6:30 on S3. We got a date, please. I can't wait on Saturday. But one of the biggest reasons, actually, that season 11 of Tropic Island of Treasure is even happening is because Nivea Sun decided to jump on and come and save our skin in Zanzibar, if you did not know, my lovely. And spring is in full swing, but summer is around the corner, and we need to get into some good skin sun health. And this is why in the building, we have got our Nivea family. I'm talking about the marketing manager, Allergy, and he's here to tell us all about why we need to continue looking after our skin and the importance of SPF. Everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome, please. But Inez, how are you?
Well, thanks. It's great to be here, Zanele.
It's so good to be with you as well. And also, it's all about us celebrating the partnership between Nivea Sun and Tropic Island of Treasure, right?
Absolutely.
100%. But this is where I want to start. With you guys even deciding that, you know, we want to go on this beautiful partnership together, on this beautiful journey, why was it so right for Nivea Sun?
Yeah, so Nivea Sun was on the lookout for a good partnership opportunity. It obviously had to have a good brand fit, but at the same time it had to resonate with South African consumers. That was really important to us. And when Tropic Island of Treasure was brought on the table, I was super excited because it was an intuitive fit, right?
Yes.
It also has a strong heritage in its 10th season now, and we're excited to announce that Nivea Sun is an official partner of Tropic Island of Treasure.
Yes, honey, and I'm so excited about it because I feel like, you know what, when we talk about, you know, Nivea Sun coming onto something that is all about being on the island, being in the sun, like I said, you guys saved us. It was hot, okay?
I'm glad we did.
Yes, but even this morning, I got up and I put my SPF on my face, so you can be proud, Inez.
That's great.
Thank you. But I need to then ask you, because I feel as though, you know, with this campaign, we can talk about the importance in many different aspects. But in terms of Nivea Sun, why do you guys feel it's so important?
So Zanele, it's more than just a sponsorship. At its core, Nivea Sun is a brand with purpose.
Yeah.
And we really want to raise the levels of awareness around the importance of protecting your skin in the sun.
Yeah.
Protecting against harmful UVA and UVB rays that not only cause premature skin aging, but also more harmful effects like skin cancer.
Sure.
So ultimately, that's really our goal.
I love that. And I don't want to age, Mna Inez. So thank you for your country duty. We appreciate it. But this is what I also want to get into. Because like I said, 6:30 on Saturday, we all have a date with Tropic Island of Treasure. And of course, we've got many South Africans that are going to be tuning in. What can they take away in terms of this partnership with Nivea Sun and Tropic Island of Treasure?
Well, hopefully better skincare habits when they're going out into the sun, of course.
Yes.
But there's more. So we've got an exciting competition opportunity for consumers.
Yes.
How many times have we all watched the lovely shows like Tropic Island of Treasure and wished that we could be there? Well, you can.
Yes.
If you buy any Nivea Sun product between now and the end of December, you can stand a chance to win a trip for 2, so you and your partner, to the Safira Blue Luxury Resort and Villas in Zanzibar where the show was shot. So how cool is that?
It's incredible. And I can tell you, Expresso family, it is so worth it. It's amazing there. Absolutely everything about it is perfect, and you truly feel like you are on an island having the best experience for real. So that is beautiful, the fact that you guys are doing that. Inez, do you see why this is a winning partnership? I love it. And I want to know as well, because, you know, so many of us, we've been hearing about SPF since we were kids, right?
Yes.
from school and all these different things. And a lot of the time, we don't even take heed to it. So I need to now maybe allow our Expresso viewers to take away this today. What is SPF and why is it so important?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Zanele. And there's a lot of misconception and misunderstanding around SPF, skin protection factor.
Yes.
So we all have unique skin types, unique skin tones, and different levels of melanin production in our skin,
Yes.
which is actually the skin's own natural protection against the sun. So let's say, for example, we had a person who could go out into the sun and be protected for 5 minutes naturally without putting anything on before any skin damage.
Yeah.
If you had to apply, let's say, a Nivea Sun SPF 30, you then multiply that time by 30, meaning that you could be in the sun for 150 minutes versus 5 minutes before any skin damage. So it's actually a radical improvement on your skin protection.
Oh, wow. That's actually a really long time, 150 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, now I understand why we need to actually take heed to it, because 5 minutes as opposed to 150, that's a lot of time. But also, we're all about having the fun and enjoying ourselves and living that island life. So the fact that you're giving us that experience, I love that.
Yeah,
But
we'll take care of the sun, you can take care of the fun.
There it is. This is why you're the marketing manager, Haibo Inez. But now I also want to ask you, from a product perspective, you know, what is it that we most 100% want to be able to invest in this summer when it comes to Nivea Sun?
I would recommend to always put something on your skin whenever you go out into the sun, fit for the purpose. So whether it's Nivea Sun Body, Nivea Sun for kids, especially kids, the skin is a lot thinner than adult skin, so that's important. Nivea Sun Face. But if you had to push me to pick one, I'd probably say Nivea Sun Face.
Yes.
You shouldn't only put sunscreen on when you're going to the beach or on a holiday or playing sport. Even if you're going out to grab a cup of coffee, you should always have a good regime of putting some protection on your face. So I would probably recommend Nivea Sun Face.
Beautiful. And this is why I said this morning, I put it on my face when I wear my Inez, because I know that it is the number one thing you need to protect.
Yes.
But I also want to say thank you so much, Inez, for not just jumping on and making Tropic Island of Treasure the biggest season yet in terms of it happening in Zanzibar, but also allowing the rest of Mzansi to be like, okay, I also have the opportunity to go to the Saphira Blue. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Can I enter the competition and go again? Okay.
Let's take it offline.
Okay, we're going to take it offline. Zansi, thank you very much. I'll have this conversation with Inez. I want you to stay tuned and keep your eyes peeled to the screen right about now, because, my friend, as you heard from Inez from Nivea Sun, it is in fact time for you to hear how you can be all about traveling to Zanzibar, you and a partner, to go and enjoy the incredible, luxurious Saphira Blue luxury resort and villas. And my friend, I promise you, it is so worth it. You can take my word for it indeed. But here's how you can do so. Wouldn't you love to visit the home of Tropic Island of Treasure, Zanzibar? Well, you can. Buy any Nivea Sun product, dial *120 *607#, and you could stand a chance to win a trip for two to the Saphira Blue luxury resort and villas in Zanzibar. Keep your till slip handy. T's and C's apply. You could be soaking up the sun in Zanzibar.
Oh, don't let Zanele's warm, beautiful, lovely tone and nature fool you. I think she is going to be a hectic taskmaster once they get to the island. I'm so proud of this girl. She is just taking over the world, man. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And, of course, you have the chance to get a front row seat right here on S3. Cannot wait.
VIP, baby, 6:30 this Saturday. Repeats Mondays at 9 p.m. Make sure that you set a date, and we're going to set a date with this guy right here. Grant Hines is in the building.
And you were rubbing your hands, dude, which means new tech.
Yeah,
yes?
there's new tech. So very exciting tech, affordable tech, which is also
love this.
and functional.
Oh,
functional. I
love
like
for those
that.
to meet together. Well, that is coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and so much more is heading your way on this Klein Vrydag. Are we feeling like the weekend is here?
I will.
Yeah, actually, I feel like the weekend is here.
Yeah.
That was
It's
so
a public
weak.
holiday.
It's fine. Let's take a break and we'll be back.
got
Yeah.
this.
What? A week.
Make my day. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. It's been a wonderful feel-good start to the day. So let's hopefully make you feel a little bit better about your prospects at the store, because whether you're looking for a powerful smartphone or a watch that keeps up with your fitness goals, Game Stores has you covered with some unbeatable deals, accessible, as Grant said earlier. And here to review two of the latest must-have devices from Samsung is none other than our gaming guru and our YouTuber, our tech head himself, Grant Hines. You love it when tech comes on board, but I think I speak obviously from my own viewing of what you put out there, but you love it when tech is accessible to people, and this feels like that.
We talk a lot about Samsung's S series, and they're incredible devices, but that's the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
The most popular series in South Africa is the A series.
With good reason, yeah.
And with good reason. They are actually incredible devices. I actually just bought myself an A series last week as my second phone, which is great. But like Game have some incredible deal on the Samsung Galaxy A25.
The A25. Break it down for us.
So I wish I'd known about this last week.
Sorry, but timing is everything, yeah.
So it is the Samsung. It is a powerful Samsung Galaxy device with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So just to give you an idea, it's got the same size capacity battery as the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which is also 5,000 milliamp. So you're getting a lot of juice out of this thing. It's also 6.5-inch Full HD Plus display, so it's got a really high resolution display for its size. And then the cameras are also something quite remarkable. You're looking at a triple camera setup, as you saw there, like it had 3, with a 50 megapixel sensor, which is crazy. The S series, the high-end S series, has a 200 megapixel camera sensor, so it's only a quarter of the size, but 50 megapixel sensors are like bonkers.
It's still better than our eyes. It's better than you can actually see, and your brain is just making up the rest of it. But what I love about this is it's like they've been very intentional about taking what people want and need out of the best features and cramming it into something that's a lot more affordable.
Exactly. And it's one of those things that I think a lot of people overlook, or they go like, oh, I'm not going to go for A series. Trust me, the A series is such a great lineup of phones. If you want affordable power, but also
packs a punch,
yeah, but also like a really, really good device.
And what are we selling it for?
So this is 4,899, which is also like, think about that. Like how good that price is with all these high-end features, which is
wow. That is actually very good.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good. Wow.
Yeah, so I highly recommend going to check those out. And then also on the mobile front, a lot of people want to track their fitness. They want something as high quality as a Samsung device, but they don't necessarily want to get a watch, or maybe a watches aren't for them, or the watches are outside of their price range. Don't worry.
Okay.
Game have got your back. We are looking at the Samsung Galaxy Fit 3 for 999. So that
is brilliant.
So like just under $1,000, and it is a dedicated fitness device that works with Samsung Health. So Samsung Health will obviously be on your A series, which is awesome. It's got all the features that you would need. So it's not running the watch operating system, but you're able to track your fitness, which is the most important parts
of a fitness wearable. No, completely. I absolutely love this. You know, with being selective, you can take you talk about the tip of the iceberg. I always say the tip of the spear. Those technologies that represent the growth within the company. You can take the best of those elements and make them affordable. Absolutely brilliant, man.
Yeah, and look at this display. Like one of the things that people have to compromise when you get like a fitness band
yeah,
as opposed to a watch is a display. And this is like a 1.47-inch display. So you still get the benefits of a watch, but also the benefits of having the fitness band. Can you see that?
Without having to pay an extra 15,000 rand.
It's elegant, right?
Yeah.
So, like some people don't like having watches or don't wear watches as a jewelry statement.
For sure, yeah.
And this would be a nice, healthy alternative for it. Which is awesome, and it's got enough RAM to run. It's got 256 gigs of RAM, so you're able to function with.
I absolutely love this, and again, kudos to Game for working with their suppliers to find the products that offer the best value. Then make it accessible, make it at a price point that opens it up. I've got to ask before we drift too far away from the A25. it strikes me that this is a great phone for taking in content, but it must be a good gaming platform kind of mobile device. If you've got the beautiful screen capabilities,
Oh, yeah.
come on.
Look, you can get really great 60 FPS gameplay out of this for a lot of like the games that you would play. I play a lot of League of Legends Wild Rift on my
Yes.
phone. Being a dad, like that's the thing. And remember, having that 5,000 milliamp hour battery, the one that's as big as the big flagship
daddy,
devices,
yeah.
you're going to get a lot of performance out of that. And then with that full HD plus display, you get a very high resolution with that battery. So you're able to like play for longer periods of time at 60 frames a second, which is a very high gaming frame rate. You're looking at something like most TVs are 60 FPS.
For sure.
And a lot of consoles like what's it, like the Xbox 360 or whatever, you were playing Call of Duty at 60 FPS. Now you could do it on a Samsung A25 in your hand, right?
Literally.
For like, you know, under 5,000 Rand, which is...
I can literally just hear all of the young people now talking to their parents saying, you know, we were talking about how expensive devices were. I think we might have found the one. Grant, you're a legend. I absolutely love what you're tracking in store. And it's the accessibility for me. Whether you're looking for a smartphone with powerhouse performance, it performs like the big guys, or a fitness tracker to keep you motivated and accountable, you can get both at game stores right now. And if you're in the market for a tech upgrade, then make sure that you visit your nearest store. To go online, you can also head to gamestores.co.za and take advantage of these great deals, and they are good.
It is one of the things that I love about Expresso, is that anything can happen anytime. We've just been having such a good time having a conversation with Nono already, because, my love, it is the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon that is going to be happening on the 19th to the 20th of October, and I am so excited about it. Why? Because yet again, we get to be inspired by beautiful humans who are in fact pushing their bodies to the limit, but doing so in an incredible way. And today, I'm talking about one such runner who also just so happens to be a cancer survivor, someone who I genuinely feel like has just shown everyone what it means to allow your dreams to still come true no matter what life throws at you. So everyone, please can we welcome to the Expresso couch, it is Nono!
Thank you.
My beautiful Nono, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Amazing, thank you, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Nono, I absolutely am just so inspired by you. And I think anyone who hears your story is, which is why I'm so excited for you to share it with the rest of the country today. But I want to know, you know, just in terms of you and running, where did that specific journey begin?
Well, hello to your audience first.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I started running after I was diagnosed with hypertension. So I was diagnosed at an earlier age, but I actually was in denial until I came to a stage whereby my doctor said, no, this is serious. We have to start doing something.
Yeah.
And I managed to convince him that I will do it on my own. I will manage it by exercising. So I started walking, and then walking started getting boring, and then I started running. So that's when I started running in 2017.
But no, walking is boring. I like walking. No, you are something else. But now you took it to a whole new level. You didn't just start jogging or like running lightly. A whole 42.2 kilometer distance.
I didn't start with a 42.2.
Of course not. Yes.
I started with your park runs, your 5 kilometers, and then I went to a 10, then I went to a 21, then 42. But then my last 42 was before I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So Sanlam will be my first 42 post the treatment.
Wow,
yes.
That's incredible, Nono.
Thank
and I know
you.
you're just going to knock it out the park. And I mean, for me, someone who doesn't even run on a daily basis, it looks like such a big thing to go and run 42 kilometers, which is why I want to know, you know, when you kind of think about it, and even like with yourself, you know, when you introspect and always go through the motions of running 42 kilometers, what motivates and encourages you to always keep going in that 42 kilometers?
Well, first of all, I always think about the people who always say that I inspire them. That's the first thing. Look, it's always hard, you know, when you're running. And I always try to remember the reasons why I'm running. So I take each kilometer as it comes, just like I
took each day. You know, I was taking each moment when I was going through treatment, as hard as it was. So I was taking each moment as it came. So I take each kilometer as it comes, and I face the challenges that comes along the way when I'm going through it. And I always push through it, because running teaches you the discipline of pushing through and finishing.
Sure, no. And you know what? It really is so beautiful how you sort of align those two stories together. How going through the treatment was like running a marathon.
Yes.
And I think that puts it into perspective for a lot of people, you know. And thank you so much for pushing through, because then it allows so many others to be able to look to your story and be inspired. So thank you for that.
It's a pleasure.
Of course.
It's what I live for.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
But when we talk about the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon theme this year, it is African Champions Unite.
Yes.
What does it mean to be a champion to someone like you?
Well, to be a champion to me means that to live your life inspiring other people. You inspire people by sharing your story.
Yeah.
Because when we look at each other, we think that we live perfect lives.
Yeah.
But our lives are not perfect. So if I find that you are facing challenges, it inspires me to push through, you know, because I know that that person looks perfect, but actually they're not perfect.
Yeah.
You know, a champion is somebody who's taking care of their body, because we only have one body and we need to take care of it. So if you have a feeling that something is wrong with you, you need to go and check it out, because they say we advocate for early detection saves lives.
Yes.
When you detect something wrong in your body early, you have a better chance of fighting. Yes.
Sure. And you see, this is why we now look to you, my Nono, because you're somebody who has conquered a 42-kilometer, and now you're going to conquer another one.
Yes.
What words of encouragement would you give to anybody who's running their first race?
I would say believe in yourself. Remember that the training and the preparation that you've put in, it's going to serve you on race day.
Yeah.
Enjoy the experience, because I believe that the atmosphere is going to be electric. Celebrate every step, because each kilometer is a victory.
Yes.
Crossing over that finish line is a testament of somebody's determination and resilience.
Yeah.
So go out there and have fun.
Beautiful. And we're going to have fun watching you, some of us from the sidelines, and supporting you as well.
Thank you.
Because you're running for a cause.
Yes.
Talk to us about how, you know, this cancer initiative that you're going to be taking part in, others can get in on it as well.
Okay. So cancer will be giving free examination, breast examination and skin screening at the expo from the 17th to the 19th of October at the DHL Stadium in Cape Town.
Yes.
So anybody can just donate and support a cancer active champion like me on the Give and Gain link. So for just 100 Rand, you can be sponsoring a breast exam, and you can also become a cancer champion.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes. So we really need that breast examination, because we need to detect the lumps early as we advocate for early detection.
Oh, man. No, you are my hero. I appreciate you. You're our champion. And thank you so much, like I said once again, just for doing this and showing everyone that it's possible. And all of the best.
Thank you.
We are behind you, gal.
Thank you so much.
I know you're going to kill it, and you're going to blow it out the water in terms of your time and everything.
Yes, thank you.
Her name is Nono, and she is an absolute hero indeed, my love. And truly, I believe that we have so much to be inspired by when we talk about the people who come out here and say, I can do it, I will do it, and so can you. And you can get more information about the Cape Town Marathon at capetownmarathon.com. It is that easy, my lovely. Happening from the 19th to the 20th of October, and we cannot wait to see you there. And remember, believe in yourself. You got this. My beautiful Carissa, please, my girl, you must always believe in yourself, ne?
I'll take that advice, Anile, and you too, because the two of us should actually take on that 10K at the Sanlam Marathon. What do you think? Well, I will get Sanele offline to definitely do this for us together. But let me tell you what else is coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's going to be so good. We're getting into the kitchen with Chef Etienne, and we're going to make something called lahmacun. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before, but it is a Turkish delight. No, not the treat Turkish delight, but something absolutely delicious that you're going to want to get your hands and your mouth on really, really soon. Not only that, we get into chats about a retirement plan. It is the two-part system that Abs is going to give us all that information about. Some really good things do lie on the other side of this break, and I'll see you there.
Drained? Dehydrated? you have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I need to ask you an important question. Are you in your game? I hope so. Tighten your disky boots and play Sports Stake 8. Fixture list 783 for an estimated jackpot of over 2 million rand this Thursday. 2 billion rand could be yours, but that fixture list closes at 6 p.m. That's 6 o'clock tonight, so please don't get left behind. Play now in store. You can go nationallottery.co.za online. You can go onto their mobile app and just do it. Take your shot at winning big, and all the best of luck. And we want to see signs as well.
We are back in the kitchen, baby, and I'm so glad to be here with Chef Etienne because we're going to get into something absolutely delicious. Now, I love everything to do with Turkey, and I can't wait to eventually visit it one day. But for now, we're going to visit the culinary space through what we're bringing to you today, a lahmacun. I got it?
That's right, yeah, lahmacun.
Lahmacun.
So, yes, actually comes from the Arabic lahma biajin, which means dough with meat. So that's literally what it is.
That's
it's just a bit of
literally-
dough with some ground meat and spices, and then that's it, yeah.
But so much more because we're adding so much flavor and goodness, and we're going to be taken through the ropes with you. I can't wait to get into this, Chef Etienne.
great.
It is a flatbread essentially that will definitely tantalize and transport your taste buds. And I just want to start because my mouth is already watering.
Okay,
Where do we
awesome.
begin?
Let's start. We can start with the mince. If you just want to transfer the mince into this bowl, and then we can add all of this. So we've got very finely chopped onions, red pepper, green pepper, tomato paste. We've got some Aleppo chili.
Oh.
You can find that at any spice deli, a good spice
Is
deli.
it spicy?
It's like between a paprika and a chili powder. It's not
Oh,
as spicy, but it's
nice.
got a very nice smoky flavor to it. And then we've got paprika and a bit of ground cumin and coriander, grated garlic, salt and pepper. So that's all going to go into the mince, and you're just going to give it a nice mix.
Okay.
What you want with your mince is you need like a spreadable consistency. So when you spread it on the flatbread, you don't want it too stiff. So another tip is take your mince, put it in the microwave for like 10 to 15 seconds, or just bring it up to room temperature.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot easier to roll it out onto your
Now,
pizza
Chef,
dough.
when it comes to the size of the chopping, because this is pretty finely chopped, does that
Yes.
matter? Does that play a role?
Yes, it really does. Ideally, you would like to use a food processor. So you put in your peppers, etc., into the food processor and then drain it. Sometimes there can be a lot of liquid coming out of the vegetables. So you want to sort of strain that and remove the liquid. And then your mince, you add to the food processor, blend it up more.
Even
so to
the
make it even,
mince?
yes, the mince as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so you get a bit of a paste. And then sometimes if it's too thick, just add a little bit of water or olive oil just to thin it out a bit.
Wow.
And then, yeah, so that smells absolutely delicious.
I
So
could
I'm
eat
going to
this
jump on
as
this
is.
side.
In fact, you told me that sometimes you do take a little bit of a taste.
Yes, I do. I know it's raw mince, but it's okay. You get tartar out there, then you can eat a bit of raw mince.
This is true.
You won't die.
Chef, this is going in?
You can add a bit of olive oil to that. That's great. So what I've got here, I've got these dough balls that I fermented for 24 hours. I've brought it to room temperature. I've portioned it into 100-gram balls. So I've given myself a bit of a kickstart here. What I do at home is I package them in these little bags,
Nice.
and then this bag you keep in your fridge for like 5-6 days, and your dough becomes sort of like a sourdough.
Ooh,
So,
great for the gut as well.
So just in terms of rolling, you want to pat your dough down and then into a small disc, and then you're going to roll out. So the problem with rolling is a lot of people try and roll it into a circle.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. You just have to go up and down like that, and then you turn your dough 90 degrees, and then you'll see it automatically sort of shapes into a
Oh my
circle.
gosh, the hack. Because not that I bake or cook that often, but I'm here
So yeah.
doing backflips with the rolling pin.
Yeah, sure. So there we go. Then I just remove the excess flour, and then I'm ready to start topping my flatbreads.
So when it comes to the thinness of this, it's got to be quite thin.
It's got to be quite thin. I mean, it's up to you what you like, but traditionally you want it thin and it needs to be crispy.
Oh,
Yes.
that's the aim.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we
now
put
we've got
some
our
of this
mince
in.
here. And this has been sitting for about an hour to infuse the flavors. And now we're just going to top the flatbread with the mince.
And you're right,
Like
the
that.
spreading action.
Yes,
that
so
you're
I
doing.
mean, look, the Turkish people do it a lot quicker than I can do it. But that's the idea. So you just use your fingertips and the spoon to spread it out.
Wow.
There we go.
Chef, how does this differ from the Turkish pide? Is there...
So yes, the difference is a lahmacun is a round sort of Turkish pizza, and it's got no cheese, where the pide is sort of an oval-shaped, canoe-shaped
yeah.
pizza, and it's normally got mozzarella in it, lamb mince, some spinach, aubergines, you know, the world's your oyster, yeah.
I love that. Could you
Okay.
use other mince for this, or is it just...
Lamb mince, definitely. I'm just using beef because sometimes it's hard to find lamb mince, but any good butcher should give you lamb mince, yeah.
Beautiful.
So there we have it, guys. That's that. And then I'm just going to take my pizza paddle over here, and then I'm going to transfer this to my baking tray.
Come on.
Ideally, you'd like to preheat your baking tray in the oven, 240 degrees. It must be very high.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the mince might not cook and the dough might not crisp up. So you transfer that to your baking tray, which essentially will be very hot. And then just take this, put it in the oven.
In the oven.
For about 5 to 6 minutes. Just check because all ovens vary. All
5 to
temperatures
6
vary.
minutes?
5 to 6 minutes, very quickly. You can also do it in a wood fire oven like they do traditionally, and it'll take a lot
Right.
quicker, maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
So after 5 minutes, that comes out and it's going to look beautiful like these lahmacun over here.
Wow.
So what you want to do with that, you can either slice it like a pizza or you can fold it up. Traditionally served with lemon wedges, fresh lemon and some
yes.
parsley. But you can add some fresh tomatoes, fresh lettuce.
Some
I like-
chili?
Chili, always chili.
Yes,
Yes, always chili.
absolutely.
And I also like to add a bit of sumac onions. So that goes down very well.
As in like raw onions with
Yeah,
some
so I use
spice?
raw red onions and just a bit of sumac spice, and I just
Wow.
let that sit, and that's a nice little freshness to the dish.
Chef, you had me at
Yeah.
6 minutes. I'm telling you, I thought 40 minutes or something.
No, it's a quick
This
process.
is beautiful. Well, I definitely want to delve into some of that, and we've made it so simple for you. So please try your best to do this. I mean, 6 minutes is all we need from you. And if you're ready to taste the authentic flavors of Turkey, do book your ticket now. Come on, what are you waiting for? TurkishAirlines.com is where you need to go and start your culinary adventure.
We connect more countries than any other airline. Turkish Airlines.
Oh, honey, I want to go to Turkey. Yeah? I need to get ready. My goodness. But right about now, my lovely, let's talk about another different kind of future. One that is all about you and your retirement. We're going to be hearing from ABSA about their new 2-part retirement system, and we're going to be delving into everything you need to know about it. And then we're also going to be hearing about the beautiful launch that Ayanda went to for the Clarins Double Serum Generation 9. Trust me, you want to hear about it right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But we're going to take a short break now, where you can go get a little bit of a coffee or go to the bathroom, but you must be back in 2 minutes because we've got things to chat about. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Ooh, honey, listen, I absolutely love when we get to have really important conversations, because it's all good and well for you to look into your retirement and put money away and make sure that it is there for one day when you do retire. But my friend, what happens when things pop up, emergencies that you could have never seen? And one thing I know as well is that sometimes you just really need to have access to an amount of money. And this is the thing, ABSA has got you in terms of that with their brand new retirement system, which is the two-pot system, of course. And this morning we're joined by Walani Mabaso, who is an incredible woman, one of the executives and directors at ABSA, who is here to tell us all about the two-pot system. But also, one of the reasons we trust her is because, my friend, she is part of the Mail and Guardian Woman Changing South Africa in 2019, all in the name of the financial services industry, as well as in 2023, she was there yet again, proving the fact that she is a leader in the financial services industry. Ladies and gents, let's give her a beautiful welcome, please. Holani, how are you, my love?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
That's good. I love everything red. You are so within the ABSA. And this is why I want to ask you, Holani, because we all know that the landscape of retirement in South Africa changed in September, where we got the two-pot system. Can you explain it for anybody who's still a little bit maybe in the gray of understanding it?
Yeah, correct. So in simple terms, the two-pot system is a new reform, that is actually allowing South Africans to have access to a saving component of their pension, which is actually giving them access before they go on retirement. What we used to see previously is that people would actually go and retire and resign from work because they actually wanted to access their pension fund. So now you've got an opportunity to actually access the savings pot, which is at this point in time having a set capital of about 30,000.
Oh, wow. And of course, this is something that is meant to help people out. But sometimes, people aren't able to manage that kind of access correctly. So can I ask you, what exactly is ABSA doing to ensure that, people are able to manage this properly and maybe even look after it the way that they should?
I think you're asking something that is quite important for our viewers and listeners to really pay attention to.
Yes.
Before you can even go and start digging into that pot, my advice would be for you to actually go and speak to a financial advisor. So it's ABSA. We're actually waiting for you in all our branches. We've got virtual advisors who are waiting for you to actually help you navigate, understand that there are implications such as tax that you have to pay.
Yeah.
So before you make that decision, go and speak to a financial advisor. Let them help you understand why you are, trying to access your money, but at the same time, give you some advice in terms of how to navigate in the future so that you can have enough for your retirement in the future.
I love the way that you put it, where you said you're waiting for us in your branches.
Correct.
I feel taken care of. I'm ready to just go to a branch right now. And this is the thing you also mentioned, though, that, of course, there are tax implications when we talk about this.
Yes.
Can you jump into that a little bit? What are the tax implications? What do we need to know?
So firstly, we have to remember that your retirement money, when it goes into a fund currently, you're not necessarily being taxed into that fund.
Okay.
But what happens when you go on retirement, you actually now will be taxed. So what's happening now is that because you're accessing this retirement money, you will then be taxed as a marginal tax rate, which is a high tax bracket. So this is in relation to your income tax currently. And essentially, that means that in the future, when you retire, what would have been the 500,000 that you would have access to that would have been tax-free now will no longer be available for some of the members because they would have already taken some of the money out. So marginal tax rate, just remember, you're going to give a portion of what you are withdrawing to SARS. And I don't think we want to do that.
Darling, I would like not to do it. But you know what? I guess at the end of the day, it is up to the individual. However, we do know that there are young professionals out there who are just coming into these different landscapes, just coming to understand the lay of the land, if you will. So I want to then ask you, as this woman who has accomplished so many beautiful things, what advice would you give to young professionals who are just starting out in their careers, who want to build a solid retirement fund?
I think for young professionals, you have got the amazing time. A compound interest will play in your favor. So you've got a longer term for you to actually save for your retirement. So start early. And you know, we often recommend that you need to at least save about 15% of your gross income into your retirement. So make sure that you start early, but as a young person, live within your means. Don't go and overextend yourself, because you'll find yourself highly indebted, which will make it difficult for you, and later on you might become one of those who want to actually dig into that savings pot. But at the same time, as a young professional, as you're starting, make sure that you go and sit with a financial advisor. You know, we often go and get advice on a lot of things. We want to get advice on our hair, get advice on our skin. But when it comes to our finances, we leave it to chance. We don't spend a lot of time educating ourselves. So get as much education as you can. And the amazing thing is that there is so much information out there. And if you don't know, go to the ABSA website. We've got so much information for you that will help you to understand and navigate as a young professional.
I love that. And Holani, not you coming for us. We're so preoccupied with our hair, our makeup and everything. But you're like, guys, maybe the finances as well.
Correct.
I like this. This is why you are our leadership and we follow you. And I want to, just before you go, Holani, and go and be a boss lady some more, I just want to hear about, you know, in terms of us talking about South Africans, apparently only 6% of South Africans will actually be able to retire properly and, you know, actually be able to do it comfortably even. So what advice would you give to South Africans to hopefully be able to balance that out and make it a little bit better for themselves?
Look, the truth of the matter is that it's difficult in the current conditions, climate conditions that we've got, economical conditions that we have.
Yes.
You know, people are not getting increases in relation to inflation. I think we have to be realistic around it. But at the same time, I would like to urge people to understand that at the forefront of you getting to your retirement fund and doing it properly, budgeting. A lot of people don't spend time understanding their finances and budgeting. We just leave it, and it's like, okay, money comes and money goes.
That's
but
true.
We gotta be very, very disciplined around our money. But at the same time, we need to understand that at the time of retirement, you need to have about 20 times your annual salary for you to retire comfortably. So a simple example is that if you earn 1 million, you should actually be having about 20 million saved up by the time you retire. That is a lot of money.
It is.
So essentially, the best advice is start early, make sure that you keep to it, but also pay attention to how you are spending, you know, on a day-to-day basis, so that when there's a little bit that you've got, save it. We've seen now with the interest rate cuts, you know, people are excited about it, but the question is, can you think of that from a mechanism of maybe paying off your debt quicker and taking financial decisions that will help you to get to the end goal a lot much more faster. But ultimately, we just have to stay the course and save as much as we can.
And we will do that, Hualani, because you have left us with beautiful gems today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. It is ABSA telling you, my friend, that sometimes we get caught up in the here and now, but it is also all about your future and what does it actually look like. And with ABSA's new two-part system in terms of the retirement plan, my friend, there is in fact a plan just for you. And this is why you got to pop into ABSA and hear what it is that they have to say in terms of helping you best plan for the future. Because at the end of the day, your story matters.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
From saving our moolah to saving our skin, we all know that our skin is definitely our canvas. So let's take care of it essentially, because overall it definitely will, you know, help us with our well-being. And Clarins has just unveiled their new double serum Generation 9, an innovative evolution of a crowd favorite. And beauty gurus will know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, our girl Ayanda had a front row seat at the glamorous launch in Sandton City, celebrating beauty, innovation and empowerment. Let's take a look.
Clarins has just unveiled their double serum Generation 9, and to celebrate the exciting evolution of an iconic favorite, they have invited us this evening along with dynamic host Amanda Dambuza. Let's dive into this groundbreaking serum that is changing the future of skincare. Isabel, you have done it again. What a beautiful event. Can you please tell us what makes this product so groundbreaking?
You know that at Clarins we work on permanent innovation, which means that we keep our best sellers, but we bring new innovation. We've been working on double serum for 7 years, and we had 2 years of research on twins, identical twins, which is very specific and groundbreaking. And you know that the skin is actually aging 85% because of epigenetics, meaning the way we live, and only 15% because of natural skin aging. So it's the first time ever in the beauty industry that a serum is slowing down the aging process thanks to epigenetics. You know that we actually sell a double serum every 4 seconds in the world. The new version is even better because we're coming with 22 organic ingredients, but always the same double texture that our customers love, and always the same sensation when you apply it to the skin.
I'm 32, so I'm looking forward to the anti-aging benefits. The most important thing is looking after your skin before putting any makeup on, so that's going to be a game changer.
Bronwyn, what a beautiful event you have going on here. I'm personally very excited about the launch of the double serum. Can you please tell us about the inspiration that went behind choosing the 9 incredible women you've selected to be the face?
Well, I think Clarins is having the most incredible year. We turned 70. We launched the most incredible luxurious range called Precious. And now our iconic product, Double Serum, is in its 9th generation. Launching an iconic product means we needed to find iconic women. And it's not easy to choose 9 faces because, I mean, how do you look at all the diverse women in South Africa and choose only 9 faces? But we basically looked at the 9 women and said, what do they represent? Who do they represent? And each woman has a particular character that embodies someone or something in South Africa that we feel embodies our double serum product.
Amanda Dambuza, a world-renowned businesswoman, author, and humanitarian who still makes time for Clarins for her daily beauty needs. Please can you tell us why it's so important for you to be a part of the Double Serum Generation 9 campaign?
I'm very picky about brands I get aligned with because I'm not a person that's just gonna sell a brand I don't believe in. I just love what they stand for. I love the fact that you can be a woman. You don't have to be a woman that wears a lot of makeup. You can just put on the serum and still feel good and look good. So I love that. But the values that they stand for and how they live them.
It's very special to be part of this campaign because I think Clarins celebrates women of all ages. One of my favorite values is the amount of work they do with Save the Children. They really do amazing work, and it's a wonderful organization too.
There are 2 things that are important to Clarins: women. We love the men too, but women are the heart of our strategy, and of course children. So Gift with Purpose is always a way for us to bring PR around what we do with women and children, and there's 2 initiatives. The Red Wool Movement, which is all about period poverty, and Save the Children, which is all about women and children building vegetable gardens, early development centers, early childhood development centers, and working with the teachers in terms of what they provide those communities.
Gogo Ubizowami, you look absolutely phenomenal tonight and you looked amazing in the campaign. Can you please tell us why it was important for you to be a part of the Double Serum Generation 9 campaign?
Me being in that Double Serum campaign was sending a message to young people that it's possible. It doesn't mean you need to be older in order for you to be able to take care of children. But again, it's part of the values of Clarins, the fact that they are building trusting relationships. And Save the Children is saying, let's build trusting relationships. Let's raise our children well in order for them to be leaders in the future.
What can people expect from this pop-up?
So we're here for the next 2 weeks, and it's all about the brand. You know, We wanted to talk more about Clarins, who we are as a brand, who we are as women. You will have makeup, you'll get to meet with incredible women, you'll get to discover all the products, the textures, get to get samples, you have all kind of gifts and experience, you can take pictures, it's all about the brand and double serum and women.
The glamorous evening with Amanda and friends was just the beginning. If you feel like you missed out, do not worry, because the Clarins activation booth will be available right here in Sandton until the end of September, where you'll get to experience the double serum Generation 9 in an immersive and interactive way. Plus, shop Clarins and get your free 5-piece gift.
Oh, beautiful work. Ayanda, you look absolutely gorgeous, girl. And I have a feeling that maybe this product has come to play. Well, don't miss your chance to win one of 3 incredible Clarins hampers valued at 4,640 Rand each. Now, each prize includes 6 Clarins lip oils and the new Double Serum Generation 9. All you have to do to get your hands on this is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us what makes the Clarins Double Serum Generation 9 a game changer and why you would like to include it in your skincare routine. Now, don't forget to follow at Clarins South Africa and include hashtag Clarins Center Court as well as hashtag Sandton City in your answer. The competition does close on the 30th of September, so get to entering today. But remember, T's and C's can of course be found on expressoshow.com.
New Double Serum. What if you could change your skin's future? The most complete age-defying concentrate, powered by Clarins' breakthrough technology. 94% of women say their skin looks younger than yesterday. The power to change your skin's future. Clarins.
Oh, that's what I wanted you to hear, was just a little meow. Oh, gorgeous kittens are fun to have and gorgeous to hold and cuddle, but they need to be stimulated. And Karis Nafti is here to take us through some fun ways that we can stimulate our cats of all ages. Like you can get them a giant living scratch post. Yeah, exactly like me. We are going to prepare for a cuteness overload after this. We'll see you now. Oh, I know. Oh, no. It's okay, Charlie.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. Let's focus on our furry four-legged friends, if you will, or let's call them family members. Let's be honest. Stimulating your feline friend is key to their happiness and well-being. We know it. And from interactive toys to easy DIY activities, there are so many ways, fun ways to keep their minds sharp and their bodies active. And this morning, we have welcomed in a lot of gorgeous little kittens, yes, but our pet behaviorist, Karis Nafti, to show us, guide us through creating a stimulating environment that our cats will will love. Are you getting... Beetlejuice is just giving you a real talking to this morning. Hey, I love it.
Beetlejuice is like, this is my first time on a movie set or TV set, and I don't know what's happening.
Oh, it's okay. And I've got little Chai here. Especially when they're kittens. They learn through play. That's how they are literally wired to build their sense of self, their physical attributes. How important is the right kind of environment for a cat specifically, especially an indoor cats?
It's what we want to give cats is the chance to practice hunting.
Mm.
So all of their playing activities, whether it's stalking or...
Speaking of which.
Yeah, exactly. Hiding, grabbing a little moving toy, are all parts of the hunting sequence for a cat. And that's the natural way that kittens, play and develop all their physical and mental... Yes, you're so cute. So that's what... Oh, there, you got the calm one, Graham.
Can you hear the purring through my microphone? Oh, my goodness.
So to let cats be stimulated correctly, you want to do things where they can hide, like have cardboard boxes that they can hide in, toys that they can pounce on and chase, and pretend they're killing something, even if it's just a toy.
Even if it's just a toy, because they need it for their mental and their physical development. I get that. Can you overstimulate your cat? Because I know cats having such a high sensory perception, even stroking my cats excessively can get them riled up. Can you go too far?
For sure. You don't want to rub them fast when you pet a cat. You want to keep it nice and slow. And cats will tell you if you pet them too fast, because they might start almost, hello, Baba, attacking your finger or biting you. So you don't want to over physically stimulate them at all, and certainly not with too many lights or too much movement around the house. Cats, remember, sleep a lot. So you want to make sure you're most of the time. And then when they're active, they're very active, but yeah, the sleep's really important for them.
And I think that's how they can remain so healthy. I mean, there are all sorts of urban legends about the healing properties of a cat's purr, of how they stretch, all the things that they do. It's vital for them. In terms of their mental behavior later in life, how important is the right kind of exercise and outlet throughout, not just when they're bigger? Oh, yeah, you're putting on a show now. Yes. I was going to make some biscuits in a moment. But can you avoid those sorts of behavioral issues later in life if you have the right mode for stimulation? Like we got yin and yang with our cats.
That's okay. That's what they say about having cats on television, and pets. So one of the problems that people often have with cats is that they scratch in a place that they don't want them to, on furniture and things. So you need to provide good scratching places for your cat. So where can they scratch? Provide really inviting and appropriate places where cats can climb up high on things and where they can hide, and get all their cat instincts out appropriately. If your cat is really kind of being destructive in your house, they're bored and they need other things to do.
Outlet.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, it's great having another cat, but shame, my little cat versus the big cat. She's always looking at me like, come on, dude. I need more here. I need some help here, because he's just so big and so overbearing. It strikes me, I remember watching a documentary that spoke to literally the formation of their spine happened. So what would have happened with the mother licking and the touch and the feel, it's essential for the physical development, but it also forms the bond. And I think that's the heartbreaking nature of cats, dogs, any animal being taken out of that kind of that motherly bubble too early, which really does reinforce why the affection needs to be there. But it kind of speaks to you and the cat. There is something really special about the bond that forms when you take the time.
Absolutely. There is nothing more bonding than loving and playing with an animal, especially a little kid like this one. It's important for both of you to create that relationship together.
Oh, man,
And both of these little guys are up for adoption, hey? So we want everybody to know these adorable little sassy sweethearts are available for adoption at Tiers, and that's why they're here this morning.
And they play very well together.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I'm getting a beard cuddle and everything. Oh, little baby kisses.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. This is probably right on my microphone right now. But when you get cuddles and purrs like this, you got to roll with it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll keep those adoption notes and information up on our website as well, definitely. You've got to look after your pets constantly. It's not just about when you want to, when it suits you, you've got to look after them. Now, I've been doing a deep dive with my own cats into the parasite space, because that seems to be the heavy hitter. And we actually lost a young adopted kitten because the parasite infestation had just gone too far. It had taken too much of a toll, and that was such a lesson, heartbreaking. When it comes to broad spectrum and not just focusing on the usual heavy hitters, how important is that side, making sure that they are free from parasites? We know the ticks and fleas, but there's worms, there's a whole broad range.
There is. You have to take care of that side of your animals. You know, that's the sort of stuff you have to do that's maybe not as much fun as playing with them, but if they're not healthy, you have to maintain it. You have to be proactive about that. You don't want to wait until you need to go to the vet. Oh, you got the sweet. Look at this. Oh, big
Sure.
love.
If you aren't adopted already, I don't know what's wrong with the world. Today, I'm getting groomed, I'm getting purrs,
And
I'm getting
and I am a
and you're the scratching post.
climbing rod.
But they need stimulation.
They
That's
do,
exactly.
they
Case
do.
in point. Absolutely gorgeous, man. Oh, Karis, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for being our human pincushion for today. In my experience, it's the cats with the kittens with chutzpah that are the best pets because they've got personality.
Check these white ears.
Oh,
my
beautiful. And we know these guys
goodness.
are going to be socialized on another level with the care that they get. The bottom line is we have a responsibility, if we are looking after our pets, to do exactly that. Now, I said I did a deep dive and I hit on NexGuard Combo, obviously part of the broader NexGuard brand family, #1 pet parasiticide in the world when it comes to their sales, and understandably so. So get this is the only broad-based spectrum that protects your cats against obviously the usual suspects, fleas, ticks, mites, but all the worms, roundworms, hookworms, lungworms, even heartworm disease, tapeworms, all in a convenient monthly topical solution. So that's the spot that you put in that little spot there. Oh my word, little guy. This is just ridiculous. She is beautiful, absolutely lovely. And the best part, suitable for kittens as young as 8 weeks or weighing less than a kilogram, like 0.8 kgs, and safe for pregnant, lactating and breeding cats. So if you're a conscious breeder who's working from that ethical standpoint, it's ideal for you. And I think we have just now proven, and these cats have proven, stimulating your cat is essential for their health and their happiness. And with the right activities, you can keep them engaged and thriving every day. It's that time of the week where one lucky viewer stands the chance of winning 2,000 Rand in cash. I wanted to say a kitten, but we don't give those away. And to enter, what you've got to do is reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, X or Instagram pages and tell us the fun ways that you keep your cat stimulated. And of course, don't forget to include that all-important qualifying hashtag NexGuardCombo and hashtag Guardians of Love in your answer. The competition closes midday tomorrow. T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com. And just one last time, if you'd like to adopt either Chai or Beetlejuice, where can they go?
They can go to Tears. Tears.org is a wonderful animal rescue organization. And these are not the only kittens. This is kitten season. There's lots of kittens available. If you're tempted, go and check it out. You can find yourself a wonderful new friend.
Oh my word. Must have been love. Sweetheart, Karis, you're a legend. Oh.
I have never been more jealous in my life. Gray is just being showered with kitten love right now. I hope he brings it over this way because we're going to get into something real good right now. Now, whether it's pollen dust or even pet dander, allergies, as we know, can be a real challenge. And the best way to manage allergies is to understand them. And that's why right now today, thanks to Allergex Non-Drowsy, we're putting our knowledge to the test with a fun and informative quiz on all things to do with allergies. And let's see how much you really know about sneezes to keep them at bay. Okay, let's get into it. Graham and Zanele back to back. I think without the cat, you can call out your name if you know the answer. Okay, Zanele, you
wow,
beat me
that's quite
earlier.
aggressive, eh? All right, all right.
I'm ready to fight.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, I hope you also came ready to win again because my money's on Zanele this time. I'm not going to lie, even though she did beat me.
Yes,
okay, which of the following is the most common causes of seasonal allergies? I'm going to give you some options before you guess.
Thank
you
you.
either have A, pollen, B, mold, C, pet dander, or D, food.
Graham.
Zanele. Oh, sorry, Zan.
So you're about a day late. You're about a day late with that one, but it's okay. It's all right.
Great.
We're just getting started. It's got to be pollen if it's seasonal, surely.
Seasonal pollen,
It's got
could
to
it
be
be?
the pollen, grass pollen possibly is the first one to come out. I don't know.
Well, let's get a drum roll for this answer. Brrr, the answer is Pollen! Well done, Gray. You're off to a good start.
Thank you, Radar. Thank you. We do interview pharmacists often.
Also, you have the upper hand because you're filled with love right now, which means the brain is working on 100.
Exactly, yeah. Serotonin flowing.
Okay, true or false? All antihistamines make you drowsy.
Zanele.
Zanele?
That was quick.
That is false.
Could it be false or true? It is correct, Zanele.
Well done.
1-1. Congratulations.
Thankfully, there's a non-drowsy. Otherwise, we wouldn't make it through the show.
Pass out. Okay, question 3.
Okay, come
Which part of the body is commonly affected by hay fever? Gonna give you some options. Is it A, skin, B, eyes, nose, and throat, so ENT, C, stomach, or D, ears? Graham.
Zanele.
Zan,
Sorry.
1 second too late there.
Yeah, I think that was the ping. I think that was just technology slowing you down. It's got to be the ENT. It's got to be the eyes, nose, and throat.
Eyes,
surely.
nose, and throat. Could it be?
Eyes are streaming. Your nose is itching. You just want to kill
That
yourself.
is correct, Graham. Well done.
See, look at that guy. Look at the pain that young man is in.
Why they put the flowers so close to him? Okay, Graham is in the lead right now. Zanele, come on, girl. You got this, okay? Listen real close.
Okay.
Say your name before I even finish, though. Okay. What is the term for the medical condition where someone has severe, life-threatening allergic reactions? I'm going to give you options. Is it A, anaphylaxis, B, dermatitis, C, rhinitis, or D, conjunctivitis?
A!
Graham.
It's A!
Okay, okay. Let's see if it's A. Could it be?
Just because your voice broke when you screamed there, I'm going to give it to you, girl. I'm going to give it to you.
You got it,
I think it's A,
Anaphylaxis.
guys.
I've actually experienced that. I have a shellfish allergy that just closes everything down. Well, I had.
Okay.
I haven't tried and used the EpiPen in many, many, many years, but it's hectic.
You also haven't
When it
eaten
hits,
prawns either.
it hits, yeah.
So sorry,
but
Greg.
everyone on set knows how to kill me, which is a little bit of a scary thought.
I see Lucian taking notes
Why
right
are you
now.
hanging around my food on prawn day, on prawn braai day, you know? But well done. It's
Well
a tie.
done to the both
I'll
of you.
take
It is a tie, Zanele, but well done for putting in that effort, guys. Absolutely incredible. And the best part is that we're all winners because you can, in fact, stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand cash with Allergex Non-Drowsy. Reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and just answer this one question. What's the worst allergy symptom you've experienced this season? Gray took the lead there. Let's see if you can beat him. Make sure to use that hashtag Allergex Non-Drowsy in your entry to qualify. Competition does close on Friday, the 27th of September. That's tomorrow, by the way. And T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Oh, man, you haven't lived until a reserve firefighter stabbed you in the heart with adrenaline, man. It's just, it gets real very quickly. No, I know how normal allergies can get real very quickly, so hopefully you can find some relief. And of course, we're going to have a whole lot more fun when we are back in just a moment. More deliciousness in the kitchen. I'm smelling a beautiful chicken scent coming through. I'm seeing fresh ingredients. Looks absolutely, look at that.
Oh, my
I'm underselling it.
gosh.
Nothing I could say would
Those
sell that
peppers?
adequately. Our kitchen team is on fire
Quite literally.
today, and hopefully our mouths will be too. Look at those chilies. We'll see you now.
Oh, yum.
Wow.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, baby, we're feeling good on a Thursday. It's 5 to the weekend, and this is why we're so glad we get to have delicious conversations. One such conversation is with our Samsung family, because, my friend, we all know that our children are the future. They are the pioneers who will shape the future generations, and this is why we know that along the way, each generation has their little difficulties here and there, but this is why we need to help them along and make sure they indeed can have the best chance when it comes to their futures. So Samsung is in the building saying, hey, we know how to do this. We got a beautiful, innovative new competition called Solve for Tomorrow. Samsung is doing the things that need to be done in terms of allowing our kids to be able to become more innovative, but also, more than anything else, learn those problem-solving skills, get into some more in terms of their minds and shaping them in the best way possible. And it is genuinely exciting to see what Solve for Tomorrow has got in store for us today. However, the people who are here to let us in on it, it is none other than Lentle Khoza, who is the manager of the Triple BEE and Transformation at Samsung South Africa, as well as 3 high school, not just learners, I call them superstars. I am talking about none other than Sibongile Makosazana, as well as Hotad. So everyone, let's give them a feel-good welcome. Hi, guys.
Hi, Zanele.
How are you?
Well, thank you.
That's good. I can imagine you guys are feeling incredible. I'm so proud of you guys. But I want to start with you, Lentle, because we want to understand, what exactly it is that you guys are doing with Solve for Tomorrow. So for anybody out there who might not possibly know what it is, what is Samsung doing exactly?
So Solve for Tomorrow is a global competition, Zanele. And these global superstars are actually from South Africa and have joined the community of countries in over 40 countries that have run the competition. It's a STEM competition. It's meant to hone and encourage students to use science, technology, engineering, and maths to identify and solve social issues in their communities.
Wow.
And then the way in which we encourage them to use their STEM skills is to apply them to solve these issues. And then at the end of that, there's a prize that they win at the end of the competition.
Honey, and you guys are going to win, eh?
Of course.
Oh, come on. I love winning superstars, Kemna. But Lentle, we know that this opened up in January. Can you speak to us about some of the phases that have happened since then?
So in January, we did a call out to South Africa, and we went to schools in underserved communities. And we said, look at problems. If you're in grade 10 or 11, go into your community, find a problem that speaks to the environment. Because these days we're talking about sustainability. Something is about sustainability here. So we opened up that competition, and then we had applicants from schools come in and enter the competition, which closed in March. And then on the 19th of March, we selected the top 20. So these superstars here were part of the top 20 semi-finalists.
Lovely.
And after that, we went into what we call a design thinking workshop. But we also paired them with Samsung employees who are volunteers to mentor them through the process of building the solution. And at the end of the second phase, they submitted a short video and a paper prototype of how their solution would actually work. And that was an elimination round. And then we announced the top 10. And these superstars
are part of that
emerged
top 10.
again, hey?
Oh, man.
So now they've been building the physical prototype.
Oh, wow.
And now we are on the road to the finals. We're almost at the end because this time next week, these superstars will know who is walking out with the big prize.
Wow.
We're going to have 3 winners. The first prize is going to get 100,000 worth of STEM equipment for their school.
Yes.
And the second prize is going to get 50,000 worth of STEM equipment for their school. And the third prize is going to get 30,000 worth of STEM equipment for their school.
Wow.
Zanele, that's not all.
I know. There's more.
There's more.
Oh, tell us, please, Lentle.
Each and every one in the top 3 gets a Samsung device. How's that?
Guys, okay. I feel like I need to come to you guys.
I know,
these are all
hey?
possible winners. Smongile, my baby, speak to me. How has it been being part of the competition?
It has been amazing. I really would love to thank my school for allowing me to for allowing me to get this opportunity. It really has been amazing. I don't want to lie, and I wish other schools could also enter this competition and see how amazing it is. And it allows us to explore. It allows us to be ourselves, to go wild if we have to.
Come on.
So really, it is a great opportunity.
Beautiful, Nana. And Makosazana, what about you, honey? What have you learned from this competition?
What I've learned is to be more confident within myself. I've learned that there are people out there that are genuinely concerned about our communities, that there's always ways to find a solution. I've learned how to identify solutions, how to identify problems, how to identify solutions, and how to put it into practice. I've learned how to prototype because I've never done that before. And Samsung just gave me the opportunity to grow as a person, grow in my confidence, grow in my knowledge, and just in my exploring skills and in handiwork.
That's beautiful. Guys, when I said you're superstars, you guys were like, yeah, we're going to show you we're superstars. Come on, I love that. And what about you, Stanwasam, in terms of you and just everything that you know you guys have kind of gone through? If anybody is looking at you guys and saying, one day I want to be like them, what words of encouragement would you give them?
Firstly, before I go to the words of encouragement, I want to give this competition a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Everything is the best about this competition. And in the word of encouragement, I can say, it's all about perfection. It's all about perfection because every team, every school out there is going for perfection. So if you don't perfect, you're going to get eliminated.
Hey, and honey, you guys made it through the elimination phase. Now you're in the top 10. We're so proud of you guys. Congratulations. Each and every one of you, like I said, are superstars, but you guys are also huge examples of what it means to put yourself out there and also to genuinely try as hard as you possibly can. So guys, all the best. I'm saying now, here's the top 3. I don't know who's first, second, and third. You guys will decide. Hectic. There's that confidence, honey. But Lente, thank you to you and the team for also allowing such bright minds to come to the forefront. And congratulations on Solve for Tomorrow.
Thank you, Zanet.
Thank you. Of course. Expresso family, do you see how bright the future is? Honey, it's safe. It's in the safest hands possible. And I think that we can look forward to such incredible solutions coming forward, all in the name of our youngsters truly being just, given the opportunity to look out and say, hey, what problem can we solve with the Solve for Tomorrow competition with Samsung? It's always such an incredible thing to see when our youngsters are in the light. Because one thing they will do, honey, they will shine. Right about now, though, I know that there's a lot to shine some light on before we end off the show. And I'm feeling a little bit hungry, actually. What's going on there, my beautiful Cape TZ?
Hey, good looking. We're doing some cooking. In fact, we're going to braai inside, sort of. No, we're literally going to do that. And a braai is a great way to entertain friends and family we know it. Bring them, the circle around the fire. But it's a lot faster way to cook and often means tastier food. There's something very healthy about doing it this way. And we all associate braai with meat, yes, and we tend to forget about, well, anything can be braaied. Literally anything can be grilled and get that beautiful smoky flavor. And food stylist and cook Kanya Mzongwana is here to prepare a flavorful charred braai salsa with zastar chicken. I love that because I am a chickenist. Okay, I've got to say I'm terrible. On the braai, I love what you can do with red meats, I suppose, because you've got the fat content and it's all about that, and that's a very South African thing.
Yes.
And we've completely forgotten about the chicken, but it can be delicious.
It can be delicious,
on the braai.
And it can be so daunting as well. I think that I speak for a lot of South Africans when I say that braaiing chicken is one of the hardest things you could do.
And it's always overcooked on the outside, undercooked on the inside.
Always.
So a spatchcock is a great way to approach the chicken. Okay,
Exactly.
We've got a lot to get through.
Exactly.
We want to char a whole lot. I love the idea of a salsa on the braai. My friend, should we swap places? I don't know what's going to make life
We
easier for
may
you.
need to swap places, we may not.
Okay.
Where is my olive oil? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, can I start talking you through this?
Go through it, girl. We're going to have to do it in
Amazing.
record time, so you've got the right idea.
Okay, cool. So we have got some peppers. We've got some padron peppers from Woolies, which I love. You can just
Yeah, for sure.
eat them just like that. So I'm going to pop these in a bowl.
You can stuff them. They are wicked.
Stuff them with some
love
soft
that.
cheese. We've got some beautiful peppers here, mixed peppers. We have got some tomatoes, which I'm just going to throw in like a crazy person.
We've got red onions.
Have you lost your mind?
Have
You're just
lost-
throwing things in.
I've lost
but
my
I love
marbles.
that because the rustic works with the braai. Let all the flavour come to bear. I dig that.
That's the vibe. So we're going to use some of the olive oil. I'm going to save some for later. And we're just going to...
Literally get your hands dirty.
Get my hands
There's a tiny
dirty.
little cloth for you
Is
to
this
use.
on? Is this thing on?
It is on. It's smoking. And I would imagine if you're
yes.
going to be charring, you want a high heat.
I want
You
a
want
high
it
heat.
to sear.
You want... Jamie Oliver says it must be screaming hot. So you got to hear that sound, man.
Oh my
Gotta hear
goodness,
that
I
sound.
love
You
it.
know
Just
what?
do it, man. Just follow
I-
your current ethos and khoy, okay?
Thank you.
This is a just khoy recipe, and I think
It
we
is a
like
just
those
khoy.
when we're braaiing. You don't want to spend hours and hours away from the social elements. If anything, bring people
Exactly.
around the fire so you can do this and you can cook and talk and enjoy.
Precisely.
And here I would imagine with this char, when it comes to peppers, you're going to get that beautiful sweetness that comes with it.
Yes.
Just magic. I mean, the sounds are pretty spectacular. If you could smell what's coming off here, I get that. I
It's
dig
sweet, it's smoky, it's really good. It's
For
all
the win.
All the delicious things.
All right, what's next in the production line?
Next is we've got a beautiful free-range chicken. That's the only way to do it.
And bearing in mind, we are condensing about 5 hours worth of prep here into 4 minutes
Yeah.
on live TV.
Yeah.
But it's a good opportunity to talk about the right way to cook a chicken on the braai. What
Okay.
do we need to be aware of? Because like you say, people are so often almost too intimidated to approach this. So I would say first suggestion, spatchcock it. I think it's going
Spatchcock
to
the
be
chicken.
a massive, massive plus point because you can cook a lot more evenly. It's going to cook a lot more quickly and you can still retain some of the moisture. You know, you want to kind of
Exactly.
keep that balance.
Exactly. So, wait, which way do you spatchcock a chicken again?
Hey.
Okay, so I just cut it down the...
And listen,
down the spine.
This is going to take a little bit of kind of hit and miss getting it right for yourself, but it's worth going through because once you get it down, you're going to have such a weapon in your arsenal to cook up something quick. Around the braai. You don't always have to have a massive production line, like I keep saying. Just one meal,
You
one
don't
meat,
have to.
and a whole lot of different veggies can be done as well. You can still have the diversity. Look at that. Boom.
And
you,
then you
you were
just-
hustling there for a second. You're like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Oh, bam, there's a spatchcock chicken. Beautiful. And what hits me here is you've still got all the skin, you've still got all the fats, you've still got all the good parts that inform
All
the
the flavor, exactly. So I'm just going to pop the rest of the olive oil in here with some lemon juice.
I'm thinking I just want to grab a little, just anything to flip these guys over and
Oh,
have
yeah.
a look here.
I mean, you
Look
can...
at that.
Nice, very
Oh,
nice.
beautiful.
I just kind of like to forget about the veg and let it almost burn, you know?
Yeah, because you want char, right?
We say char, you know, I want it to burn a little.
I
want
like
it to,
that.
I kind of like it to burn a bit because that's really where the flavor is and that's what sets it apart. Oh, spicy seasoning. My favorite seasoning from
please.
Woolies. So-
Buy two when you buy them.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
because you will use one in like a
you.
day.
Reading my
I love
mind.
that. Okay, so we've got a lacquer char going here. I think
Beautiful.
the smokiness is going to sing. It's going to be
Amazing.
beautiful. What's going into our...
I have got some Spanish smoked paprika that I'm going to pop in here, about a tablespoon's worth. I'm always like a tablespoon, and then I just...
That's why I'm holding a tablespoon.
Eyeball
I'm
it.
just like, you've got a tablespoon in the kitchen, you're safe, and you are fine.
And then we've got za'atar, which is this beautiful Palestinian spice blend, which has thyme in it. Sometimes it has sesame seeds in it. Thyme is one of the leading flavors in it.
I love that. So we've got the flavors all coming together beautifully here. We're going to finish
yes.
it off with a little bit of a flatbread. And then just lastly, before we put this guy on our coals there, how do you want to approach the marinating? I would like to get stuck in and work it in.
Get stuck in, exactly. You just, you know what, we were given hands for a reason, you know?
Exactly. To
In
feel,
order
to get into all those nooks and crannies.
How am I going to do this in a way that's not going to...
Do what you got to do, girl. Feel free to do what you got to do. Well, as you broach that mental conundrum, I would ask you for one last piece of advice. When people are going to do chicken on the braai, what do you recommend?
I recommend that the coals need to not be too hot.
Okay.
These are some hot coals.
So you-
Because this is TV.
Yeah.
We're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to put it straight on. But yeah, I'm just going to rub this chicken real good.
Oh,
Gonna rub it real good. Oh, and seasoning. There is no reason not to season.
Oh, for sure. When it comes to chicken, you've got so many beautiful fats there to carry the flavor, so let them do their job.
Yes.
Oh, man, you have created a masterpiece there. I absolutely love this, and we're going to pop this on the coals in just a minute. I like the fact that you can kind of time things. If you've got a nice hot fire, do your red meats, the things that need to cook fast and hard, and then they'll have their time to rest while you gently bring your chicken to life. Absolutely beautiful. And you can find Kanya's genius bride, salsa, and zasta chicken recipe on expressoshow.com, and some amazing inspiration on her socials as well. So we'll keep that up. It's time to turn up the heat with a sizzling summer spread this Braai season and take your Braai from good to phenomenal with Woolworths. And you can shop all of your Braai staples and a whole lot of things you didn't even know existed. Ingredients that will open up your eyes, and you can do it in-store, online, or on the app. Listen to that sizzle. Ooh. Yay. And you want to smoke immediately. Oh, this is this weekend sorted.
Ooh. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh my goodness, how did we get here? Literally wrapping up the show, but we're doing so in such a bright and beautiful way. My friend, it is the end of Heritage Month, and one thing you need to do if you haven't as yet is go see Stories of the Calabash. It is something that is absolutely stunning, and it is from the old Calabash, forgive me. Something I know that everybody should go out and experience, because it is an original, something that is so special, because it is all about people coming together and saying, hey, we want to put on a show just for you. And of course, it is none other than the People's Theatre original production that is doing the things that need to be done. It was on from the 10th up until the 29th of September, which means that this weekend, friend, it is the last show, so you need to go and see it. But we are actually getting to know two of the cast members here today on your Feel Good Breakfast show. I'm talking about none other than Luciano Zupa, as well as Palisa Robin Makalima. Let's give them a feel good welcome, please. Yes, you guys, you superstars. Hello, my lovelies.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys?
Okay,
How are you? Amazing. Tired from the 10th of September?
Not too bad.
Oh, having fun.
Yeah.
That's what you see, and that's why it's doing so well, guys.
Yeah.
Stories from the old Calabash. I'm so excited just for us to delve into more about it. But let's start with you, the individuals. Luciano, you are somebody who has come from such big, beautiful productions. Speak to us about one in such particular thing that you were framed from, which was the number 58 Theatre Restaurant.
Wow.
What was that experience like?
It was one of a kind. I mean, an experience that even the friends that I made there, I'm still friends with today. An amazing club.
Yeah.
They broke all the rules. I mean, in those days, we weren't allowed to have black performers, but they would.
Love it.
Just means when the police came, they had to run into the kitchen and pretend to be washing the dishes. And and you look at the people in the industry that started out there, incredible.
That's beautiful.
Just the names I could drop.
You can name drop on us. We don't mind name dropping here on Expresso. You know, it's okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah, an amazing place. It still exists. Still, well, the
Yes.
building is still there.
Yes.
In Hillbrow.
Oh my
you know?
goodness. You see, little landmarks like that I think are so special. But speaking of landmarks, in our lives, we have little, you know, landmarks, little markings that say, okay, we did this, we've done that. But Lisa, you're someone who's come from jazz to doing so many other things. Why does theatre keep pulling you back, my love?
You escape from the world that is created by those who don't know who God is. So when you get to the theater, you are surrounded by people who understand what life is, and then you teach it.
Yeah.
Because we serve. Theater is about servitude. So I'll always go back to serving.
Wow.
That's why I always go back to theater.
And that's why you always do it so well, because you do it from a pure place. That's beautiful.
From a place of servitude.
Yes.
Giving.
Oh, thank you for servicing the world, my beautiful thespians.
Have to.
Oh, my goodness. And Luciano, I want to come to you because stories from the old calabash. Original, beautiful.
Well, old African tales that have been adapted for this modern time.
Yeah.
For the young audiences that we have coming to the show. And who participate with us. We get them to join in with things.
Yes.
Just a wonderful experience to see, for us as well, seeing how they love the show and the stories, which have, you know, always have a meaning. By the end of the story, there's something, a tale or a lesson to be learnt for the kids to obviously pick up on, you know.
Beautiful. And Valisa, I want to ask you to please tell us about both of your characters. Tell us, you know, what exactly it is you guys do in this beautiful play.
We play multiple characters.
Oh.
So we have 10 stories.
Yeah.
So we play 10 different characters in those 10 stories. We've got 2 other cast members, Junior Giel and Lesedi Mshe, who also play different characters as well.
Yes.
So we just dive into the world of storytelling and song. And I play mostly rabbits. He plays a lion. There's a jackal, there's an ostrich, there's a crocodile, there's a frog.
Oh, man.
So African folk tales, the characters had human characteristics. So we remember that we have to bring in the human characteristics to tell a story and teach the children a lesson and open their imagination.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
Beautiful. You guys both mentioned, you know, the children and the youth. Why is it so important to be teaching them in terms of, you know, the stories from the old calabash and beyond?
I suppose how to treat each other, really, is the lessons that they can learn from this. And also just coming to the theatre.
Yeah.
At a young age, it starts off something in them, an imagination and a loving for something different. It's not on a big screen, even though we do like that. But to see it something live is just an incredible feeling, I think.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to watch a child tap into their imagination and see what you're showing them, but seeing it in their minds from their point of view is so different from seeing them watch TV or going on social media, but seeing them live and seeing them interact with us and picking up a shovel, doing the water, playing with us, throwing rocks.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it. And guys, we are so excited to come and see you in your final weekend. All the best for it. You've already done such an incredible job. Very quickly, please, before we get your performance, where do we get the tickets?
Okay, www.peoplestheatre.co.za, and then everything's on the website, the email address, the phone numbers, and then they can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at People's Theatre.
And they can go to web tickets as well.
Beautiful.
Yes, they can get the tickets at www.webtickets.co.za as well.
Lovely. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, this is the lovely thing is that these guys are about to blow you away with a performance. Do not go anywhere. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, we're on the final stretch of your Feel Good Breakfast show. And when we say feel good, we've got just that for you right now.
2 million ways to feel good. In fact, if you are injure your game, then tighten up your disky boots and play Sports Stake 8. Fixture list 783. Why did we focus on this one specifically? Well, there is an estimated jackpot of over $2 million available for you this Thursday. The fixture list does close, though, at 6 o'clock this evening, 6 p.m., so don't get left behind. Play now, go in-store, online, nationallottery.co.za, go onto their mobile app, and you could be winning big. At least shoot your shot, man. $2 million, and it could be yours. Good luck.
Sanele, it could be yours too. That's all I'm saying. What's going down in Jersey?
Oh, honey, I pray it could be mine. But you know what? Right about now, I want to focus on this beautiful performance we're about to see. Everybody, please give it up for the cast of Stories from the Old Calabash. They are performing Tula. Let's go!
The story. Stories from the Old Calabash. The Lion and the Jackal. Now, in this story, we have a well. And in the well, we have water.
So all of you guys at home, please get your hands together and help me make the sound of water. Come on now. Shh. Let's do some ripples as well. Wow, the king of beasts. The lion was a harsh ruler. When he went hunting, all the other animals shook with fear, wondering which one of them he was going to tear to pieces.
Then one day, all the other animals decided to approach their ruler and make him an offer.
They said, instead of the lion hunting for himself, they would send him his game. I agree.
Once a week, we all drew lots as to which of us would be the lion's next victim.
Eventually, it was my turn, the turn of an old but clever jackal. I accepted my fate calmly, but on the way to the king of the beasts, I said to the animals that accompanied me, let me go, brothers. I'll make my own way to the king. Just wait and see how I'll free you from these cruel rules.
On his journey to the king, the jackal did not hurry and arrived at last at about midday. Hey, the king of the beasts was extremely hungry and greeted the jackal with a snarl.
Where have you been all this time? You good for nothing. You should have been here hours ago.
Oh, the jackal was not at all perturbed.
Excuse me, your majesty, but it really wasn't my fault. I was bringing you a nice hare for your dinner, but on the way here, I was attacked by another lion who took the hare from me. Listen, I told him it was for you, but he took no notice. He said, I'm ruler here. Go and tell your so-called king he better leave the bush at once, or I'll tear him to pieces.
Oh, the Lion King couldn't believe his ears. His mane stood on end in anger.
Show me where this upstart lives, and I will settle with him.
The old jackal wasted no time. He bowed deeply to his ruler and led him to an old well. Everyone, give me the sound of water. Come on. Give me the ripples as well.
Oh, we love you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Have an amazing day.
Another feel-good production.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.